Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard. It's the end of the month free for all tonight. I'm not picking the subjects, my guests are. We're going to talk about movies, streaming stuff, all kinds of things. There's a bunch of movies come out last month. We're going to talk about them. No spoilers. We're just going to talk about our feelings about the shows and what we saw when we went out to see them. And we're also going to talk about some of the streaming fare we've had this month. Plus, we might just jump into the big time, do a big time run on the IGN Top 100 video games. All that and more tonight on State of the Atmosphere. All right, welcome aboard for State of the Atmosphere, boys and girls. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere. It's good to see you guys. And as usual, I've got a few friends along. First one in tonight was Das Wolfen. What's going on, man?
Hey, not a lot. Just chilling.
We finally got the matching T-shirts on.
Yep.
The Bullet Club is represented, Kenny Omega style. What's up? Yes, yes, that's right. We still dig wrestling, even though we don't do that show weekly anymore. But that show was way too much work. There's so much wrestling out there now. It's crazy.
Yep.
Next up, Knock decided to join us tonight. What's going on, Big Daddy?
Nothing much. Just working every day.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Who's your avatar again? Bane? Is that what you said? Darth Bane?
It is Darth Bane, yes.
Yeah.
I decided to go with that one tonight.
Very cool. And for the first time on the show, we got Anna's Game Land. How you doing, girl?
I'm good, thank you. I am preparing myself for watching the second volume of The Witcher Season 3 tomorrow.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Are they dropping it in halves? Is that what they're doing on Netflix? The first
second half.
Yeah, they did the first volume. They're doing it with a lot of shows these days, so they're doing it like cutting it in half, which is not a good sign. But,
Yeah.
Well, at least this one's only like a month apart and not like 6 months apart. So that
No, because if they actually did it like in one go, I would probably I could have not done it all in one go. It's so bad.
That's amateur hour, but okay. One sitting.
This guy, you don't understand. This is the binge guy right here. He will sit down and watch.
What was the meme? Say, hey, would you watch a movie that was 10 hours long? Absolutely not. But if there's a 10 episode series, that's a 1 hour each, would you binge watch it? Son of a bitch, I'm in. That's what it is.
If it's good, if it's set, then no.
Let's get our last guest in here real quick, and we'll keep talking about it. We got Real Wade Nation. What's going on, Mr. 500? What's going on?
Happy birthday to you!
Hey,
Yeah, congrats
Man,
on the
Secret
500.
Invasion could have never happened. They stunk it to high heaven.
Yeah. Well, don't give any spoilers because one of my buddies on the panel hasn't seen it. So,
Who hasn't
you know.
seen it yet? I haven't watched
Well,
it. But
none of your business. Boy. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we don't want to spoil that one. Some people haven't seen it yet, man. So you got to give it some room to breathe.
at least it was. Oh, I'm not even.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna make it. I was gonna make a Barbie joke about it.
Go,
but
man.
whatever.
Go, dude. Make all the Barbie jokes you want. Go for it.
Hey, at least it made sense compared to whatever. Of course, what do I know? I haven't even seen Barbie and probably won't.
That's what I love. A lot of people are talking about the Barbie movie and they haven't even seen it. You know,
I'll probably wait till it's out on streaming. I'm not going to go to the theater.
Look,
I'll watch it.
I'll tell you this, Knock. It's not made for us.
Yeah.
Okay, there was definitely parts of that movie where I just checked out. I mean,
yeah. I would probably see Ready Player One or Mario movie 4 times over.
Yeah,
Barbie.
but Wade, when you've been married to somebody for 22 years,
okay.
you know, you tend to
if you're
do things they like to do. You know.
Hey, if you get dragged to it or you forced to, go ahead.
I wasn't dragged. I
from
wasn't
my
forced.
side.
I love my wife, and I knew she was hyped for it, and I went.
No, I'm not saying it for you. I'm saying for the normal guy.
Yeah.
Single
Joe,
guys
you're
don't
not
need
normal.
to go to this movie. No.
Thank you.
Joe's anything but normal. So
Yeah, I'm saying if you're.
I know a lot of single guys that went to see it.
Really?
Not me.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
I tell you,
You'll see.
I think again,
Oppenheimer,
like going back to like Joe, what I was telling you, like it's about like actually having the cinema experience, more about actually the film. So
I'm definitely more critical of what I want to go see now. You know,
right?
Like
I haven't seen a movie in
the
forever.
Oppenheimer show. The Oppenheimer show. I was telling them earlier. I got IMAX tickets to go see it, and we have one IMAX theater in town. It's at a place called Scyport. It's right on the riverfront on the downtown area of Shreveport, right? And it's basically a place where kids go through and they, like they have a pitching booth so they can see how fast, it's got a radar gun so they can see how fast they're pitching, all kinds of different science experiments in there and stuff. It's a really neat place, but it also has a 70 millimeter capable IMAX theater. And it's mostly stuff like the big underwater stuff they show and space stuff they show. But like this come out, it's playing out there. So we went ahead and it's not for $5 more than a regular movie ticket. So we went ahead and busted out the cash because I
Damn, you're lucky in the United States. In the UK, we got like I spent 31.99 pounds today.
Yeah,
seeing it, and that's like
Barbie?
getting a hot dog.
No, Oppenheimer.
No.
Oppenheimer.
I'm not gonna go see Barbie, Wade. Don't you know me?
Hey.
What the hell?
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, Oppenheimer, 10:30 a.m. Ticket with a premium. So I don't know in the US if you have the same like tier system. You have different seats.
I don't even know.
They were gonna do that here, and they decided not to. But no, they don't have that here. What they have is they have different tickets for between IMAX and a regular theater that you see.
Right.
That's the difference. That's as far as
So
seating goes.
There are some that have the balconies for the 21 and up.
Do they?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in all of the cinemas in the UK, you have like the premiere section, which is the best line of view, which is £5-6 more, which I guess in US would be like what $10 more. And then you have your usual seats, and then also like a hot dog is like $13.
Wow.
Just a hot dog, just a bun and a hot dog.
Hey, it's expensive.
That sounds right.
I want to say it was $9 for.
And this was, and the price goes up because I went at 10:30 in the morning, but the price goes up as the rush hour to the cinema.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the premium
ones,
when people are off work, I'm sure it's a lot more expensive.
That's the one thing I missed about having Wednesdays off. was that I would actually go to the theater on Wednesdays because
Wait, I thought it was cheap to go to movies in the States on Tuesday.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have Tuesday off, so I had to go on Wednesdays.
Wednesday
No,
was
I
the day
know
he
that.
went. He's not saying he went on cheap day. He's saying that's the
Oh,
day he
I
went.
I would have
thought-
liked to have, yeah, because that was I think that one was like $6 on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Honest-
But also, I was pretty surprised at 10:30 in the morning. I mean, this is a really big room screen. I think catered to maybe 450 people.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like 25 at 10:30 in the morning, which is pretty good considering it's Oppenheimer. You know, it's
Right.
not. It's like watching that film in the morning. It's like, who wants to watch this?
Was the
A lot
theater
of-
packed?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there, you think I thought it was just going to be me because I needed
Mhm.
to like spend some time. But
Hey, Jed.
Dad, hello.
Eh?
What?
Matter.
Don't
Are
bring
you
that in here.
missing Coco
Right.
that
Don't bring
much?
that in
Yeah,
here.
get
Come on,
get
Crow.
your
Son of a bitch.
Wolfie shit out of here.
Right.
But yeah, no, like I went there and I was like, in the beginning it was like 2 people. Then you know when they have the trailers for
Mhm.
ages and ages, and then
Yeah.
more people start coming,
That's
more
smart.
people start coming, more people, and I'm like, whoa, 10:30 in the morning. A lot of people really want to feel this intense film
What
this
day
early
was
in the
it?
morning
Today.
because it is very intense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure
in
it
the
is,
UK,
man.
is there a holiday that I don't know about? There
No,
must be a holiday.
no,
There's
it's
no
not a
way
holiday.
normal folk would.
No.
No,
That's
it's
weird.
just regular showing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it in IMAX, man. That's going to be really cool. I can't.
I hope
wait.
you enjoy it. I think you
Oh
will.
man, I think I will. I like Nolan's movies. I like some people say he's a little long winded, but you know what? J.R.R. Tolkien was pretty long winded, and I love his stuff. So yeah, I'm looking
Joe,
forward
You
to
like-
it. Man.
Okay.
So the only one thing I'm gonna say is if you have like a problem, if you're seeing it in IMAX and you have a problem with loud sounds, there is a lot of music. And this
Here's
is
my
not-
problem with Nolan. And by the way, Knock, what were you going to say, man?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I hope that there's 2 kids in front of you that are having a popcorn fight, and you get hit by collateral damage, and just
Bro, why would you wish that on me, man?
Wait. Why? Okay, I want to know this. Why are kids going to Oppenheimer?
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a
Wade.
15.
It's a
Yeah.
joke.
You know, I'm starting to love Knock more and more.
You should love Knock. Knock
Yeah.
is the greatest.
Just
He
love
really
him
is,
now.
man.
Dad,
He is greatest.
how- you
But
must miss KOTOR that much.
no, man. KOTOR's later on tonight. We ain't talking about
Yeah.
that right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This is what I'm worried about with it, though. I don't know if you saw Tenet in the theater.
Yeah,
But,
I
but
did.
man, there was parts
Yeah.
of that soundtrack that were so damn loud you couldn't understand what the people were saying.
Oh!
The characters.
Oh my
That is
God,
Nolan
you
for
saw
you.
Tenet, and you thought that was loud?
Yeah.
It's like a Christopher Nolan, like
Oh,
volume up. It's gonna be loud.
yeah.
Wait, Anna, is
Prepare
it as
yourself.
bad? Okay, is the music loudness as bad as the Transformer?
No, because okay, like if the actual content and the visuals and the message was and the acting was bad, but the music is so loud.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting
No,
in your
but you get what I'm
everything's like vibrate. It's like what is going on?
Yeah.
It's just constant loudness.
I
That's
actually
the only one thing.
when I show that movie, like I have all my stuff on Vudu, and when I show that to people, I put the subtitles on so they can actually read them if they need to, because that soundtrack just blares out half the voices in it sometimes. It's ridiculous.
it's
man.
really great. And I noticed this with Dark Knight, what Chris Nolan does with his freaking music. He sets a tone. He sets
Yeah.
a tone.
Yeah.
And I always think for the biggest one for me for that is always going to be Dark Knight. That opening scene where he has that buzzing. He has
Yep.
that buzzing going, that super annoying buzzing, and it just gets
Mhm.
as
But
it
it,
goes.
it builds tension,
As
though.
it gets louder,
Though.
it gets louder
It
and
does.
louder and louder.
Yeah.
You know something's going on,
Mhm.
and it's crazy how much it builds up like that.
Wookie Be Bad is listening. He says, "Hail all." It's good to see you,
Hey.
man. And Ariel Ballet is here. He says, "Because they made Oppenheimer for kids. Come on, who do you think they were
Yeah.
making this movie for?"
Yeah,
I
that's
love
what
you,
Barbie
sir.
and Oppenheimer were for.
Just
Yeah.
like Barbie.
I thought
Yeah.
this was special for the Japanese.
Right? Specially made for the
Wait,
Japanese public.
really?
That's it.
So we
Really
could
doing
say,
it
hey,
wait,
let's do
okay,
Pearl Harbor
wait.
and this together. So you know.
Right?
Oh,
Let's do Midway too.
I'm gonna be on fire today, Joe, and tonight. So you know.
Oh, hey, man. I'm
Yes.
ready for you. You know,
Me go.
we had a good time last night. We had a real good time last night.
Hey.
I know there was a guy talking a lot of shit when I was playing Madden. Mr. Wade Nation. Mr. Wade Nation. You need to watch it, bro. I will shell out the bucks and go get that game just to teach you a lesson, pal.
Dude, Joe
I will
will
do it.
stomp your ass into the ground. Wade.
Let me tell you something. The best Madden player I've ever played is that guy up on the left-hand corner of the screen right over there. Okay. His name is Knock, and he's a bad dude. And I've beaten him before. I don't beat him very often, but when I do, it's an event. It's awesome.
Usually I'm drinking, and you know,
right? Yeah.
All I know is you got to do this and schedule this out, and I want to.
Oh, trust me, the whole world's going to be watching when we do it.
And
when we do it, the whole world's going to be watching. Because you were talking way too much smoke last night. You were talking way too much smoke when I was playing.
Joe, you want to know the last movie I actually walked out on?
No. But
Aragon.
Go ahead. Tell me.
It was the weird. It was Tom Hanks was in it. Can't think of what.
Philadelphia?
Castaway.
No. What?
I don't think he's old enough to have seen either one of those movies.
No, it was based on a book.
Turner and Hooch.
It was based on a book.
It was like a weird.
Big?
It was recent.
You mean
talking about News of the World, the Western?
No.
It's
can't think of what it was called.
Milton. No, not Milton.
It was like
Otto?
a European book.
Otto?
Yeah, Otto.
A guy named Otto or something like that?
Yeah, it was that bad.
Was
okay.
That was the last movie I walked out on.
Well, you should have walked out on that because I don't know what it is about Tom Hanks, but his star is definitely fallen. Ariel Ballet.
Okay, besides that, obviously.
Right.
I can tell you why his star has fallen. He went to Greece. Do you know why?
Yeah, he's moved out of the U.S. Yeah.
I wonder why he moved out of the USA.
I don't know.
Shopping
for furniture on websites, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Ariel Ballet says, you mean on fire like those Japanese cities? The firebombing was happening. And Low Spec has shown up. The penguin has been sighted. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Look out below.
Yeah. Well, funny, I was talking to somebody that doesn't know really the history of this stuff. And they didn't know that they actually built mock-up cities and had like crash dummies set up.
Yeah, they did.
Just to see what was going to happen to them. I mean, yeah. And apparently that's shown in the movie. So I like that. It's going to be interesting to see how historically accurate it is. It's going to be interesting to see that.
Yeah. The guy in the refrigerator kind of threw it off for me.
The guy in the refrigerator? You mean the dude with the bullwhip and the hat and the refrigerator?
Wait, hey, isn't Indy in this movie for crying out loud?
No.
It's me, guys. How you doing?
Jumps out like the Jack in the
Box.
Box.
Yeah, jumps out of the fridge.
Out of the fridge. Ridiculous. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Anything I tell you, of the movies that I've seen so far this year, and it's not many. I mean, 3 of the movies that I wanted to there's 5 movies I want to see this year. And 3 of them came out in the last 2 weeks. Okay. I'm having to wait a week on Oppenheimer to see it. But
wait, what year did Maverick come out?
Last year.
Last year.
Sorry.
Okay. Now, let me finish, Wade. Okay. Mission Impossible, Barbie, and Oppenheimer, all within the last 2 weeks, right? And the best one out of them is Mission Impossible. That guy keeps delivering. That's just all.
I
there is
thought
to it.
you loved Barbie because you went with a pink shirt, Joe.
No, I went with a pink shirt because I went with my wife to have a good time. That's what I did,
his wife wanted to go. Cut him some slack.
No, Jed doesn't cut slack.
He put that on the top 5 he wanted to see this year. That's
I did. Yeah, I did.
Why?
He did.
More than being dragged to a show. That's putting it on a list of what you wanted to see.
I like Ryan
Please tell me it's
Gosling.
5.
It looked funny in the trailers, and it's got a lot of funny stuff in it. And Ryan Gosling is great in it, like he always is. The guy that I can't stand in that movie is Will Ferrell. My God, what they
He's
really?
fucking lost it.
He is.
You
just,
think
he's gone?
You think Shang-Chi actor is better than Will Ferrell in it?
No. Where are you getting that from, Wade? No, that's not what I think.
Wade.
I didn't say anything like that.
Wow, you're really stretching that one, aren't you, Wade?
Good Lord,
because he's in it. I can't.
Ariel says Tom Hanks moved to Greece. Are they trying to make Hanks repay?
No,
their
you
debts?
get a special perk when you go to Greece. You know, there's a special little perk for Hollywood people out there.
Ariel is saying hi back at you, and she said Joe went to Barbie so he could get laid afterwards.
Yes.
Wow, really went there.
She whiz. She points out the totally obvious, huh? Wow, amazing.
Yeah,
what amazing foresight.
Joe, without any prejudice, like, can you actually tell us if it's a film that's worth seeing?
Okay, I would say that for guys, no. For girls, yeah. I would say middle-aged women will enjoy the movie. They will enjoy it.
Is it a family movie?
No. You are not taking young. It is PG-13, and here's the crime about it. And if you watched my instant reaction, I took pictures of everybody in the crowd, and there were a whole lot of kids younger than 13. Going into that place with their parents.
Like me and Joe and we said last night.
That's the criminal part of this. They did not really push the fact that it was PG-13 in the trailers.
So
they didn't push that.
Okay, but you are grown up. You're developed as a human being. So when a kid sees that, what is the message that
it's not necessarily the message. It's what it is it's going to make them ask questions a little bit earlier in life. You want them to. If you understand what I'm saying, it's going to force conversation. Look, they use the word vagina in it. They use the word penis in it. Okay. I mean, it's and yeah, some of the messaging. Look, you got to remember, it's kids playing with toys. When you were 6 years old, did you care about boys?
No.
The Kens in this movie are accessories to Barbie. That's how they're portrayed. They're
I had lots of Kens when I was a girl.
You understand?
I had like 25 Barbies and 3 Kens.
Right. Okay. But what I'm saying is,
those are some busy Kens.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a gangbang right there.
You'd have to see it. It's very.
I had Transformers. I had more Transformers.
Yeah, there you go. See. Yeah, I know. My kids played with the X-Men and the Transformers. They destroyed my Transformers collection. My God.
Hey, all I can say is the only Barbie I had was the big G.I. Joe characters. That's as far as I went.
I was fixing to say.
So hang on, Ian, I got a question for you. The Transformers and the Barbies, they went on dates?
No, most of my Barbies didn't make it. Kind of burned them on the barbecue because I lived in Australia. We used to have like barbecues, so I used to burn them.
You put them on. Wow, so
you're the Australian version of Sid.
Hey, I cut their hair off and like did weird stuff to them. I used to play more with like toy soldiers in like Transformers.
Your favorite.
Cool.
All right.
Hey, so I did want to tell you, Joe, that I did watch a movie that we watched a trailer on that I actually showed a trailer for.
Really?
A couple weeks back. Sisu.
Really? I saw that's in the video stores already. Was it good?
I rented it yesterday on YouTube, and it was like $6. And I was like, hour and a half. I was like, let's give it a try. Definitely, keep your brain at the door and don't put a lot of logic into it.
Total impossible, right?
Just Yeah,
the guy's indestructible, right? Yeah,
it's like watching the Uncharted video, or playing the Uncharted games, where he
movie
does
is so fucking good.
Bad.
Any normal person wouldn't live through half the things he did, but
right, he's indestructible.
He's a legend in it, and it kills a whole bunch of Germans.
We need more fucking movies just
or
like
Nazis,
that.
I say, not German, but not he kills a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah, I was all for that.
Yeah,
and he kills them in very, very inventive ways. So
what is it, Anna?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with you, Jed, but you need more movies like that. But like when I did the stream with the ladies talking about action films the other week, like it's hollow. It's missing something. Like it's cool seeing people like punching stuff and all this action, but we all missed like the heart of the story.
Yeah, well,
like,
they didn't have story in it, so.
No, but it does have the story, but it's so plain. It doesn't. It's so low budget. You want to see a big budget action film with
like Mission Impossible.
I actually love some indie movies. They're like
Endgame.
Yeah.
Sometimes as a guy, I just want to watch another guy kill a bunch of other guys.
Hell yeah!
I think.
Hence the samurai movies. That's why people love the samurai movies.
Remember,
that's all it is.
We're men. We don't put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah,
so
that movie
we
was
just want to see
fucking
some
awesome.
guys kill a bunch of other guys, and that's just how we're.
And the way he was taking everybody out, especially through the minefield, was fucking awesome.
Well, okay, since you brought it up, Jed, you said that they need to make more movies like that one, right? Yeah. I've said that before about another movie. What is the name of that flick? It had Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman.
Equalizer?
No, it was
Equalizer?
Post-apocalyptic movie.
The
Book of Eli.
Oh, Book of Eli. That was I watched that. Yes, that was a great film.
They need to make more movies like that as well. Yeah. That's what I think, because they did not shy away from the religion in it.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
that was
on
good.
a second watching of that movie, you see bullets bouncing off of it. I mean, there's God's hand is at work when he's carrying that Bible. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I've said that about that one. Is there? I mean, I know what John's going to say. He's going to say we need more disaster movies and kaiju flicks.
I admit that too.
Not enough disaster.
Yeah, dude, we need Kong versus Alvin.
I can't say anything to that.
Right? I know my man.
We need one big mashup of all the monsters just kicking ass
look
together.
right behind his head.
Yeah.
It's a kaiju zone, folks. It's a kaiju zone. That's just all there's to it.
Need.
No, but okay. John, a lot of people have dissed Pacific Rim, the film.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I really loved it.
The second one wasn't as good as the first one, but I mean, I watched
the first one was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I did hear that, Wade. I don't even want to talk about that tonight. I really don't. I'd rather talk about my pop culture stuff. That's what this show's all about. Well, you know what I'm saying?
I counted them up. I've seen 12 movies in the theater this year so far.
Have you?
And there's 11 more that I want to go see.
There's like 6 I've seen this year.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, he's got the Meg too, right?
I need to watch that first one.
What's the one with the alligator that's coming out? Flood?
It's already out.
I watched that yesterday. Mm-hmm. It was so funny. It was so bad. It's like not even Class B. It's Class C.
Did you watch that one at 10 o'clock in the morning as well?
No, I didn't, unfortunately.
I'm just curious if this is normal with you
was
to go at 10 a.m.
Funny. It's so bad. It's so bad. And it's got one of the best, like one of my greatest actors for Starship Troopers or Star Troops, whatever the fuck.
Starship Troopers.
Yes. Like the main guy.
Casper Van Dien.
Yes.
Good to see you, E. Clay. Good to see you, buddy. Was that you? Was that you?
He's like one. He's not even the main character.
I appreciate it.
But the film is just one of those really bad 80s films that we would have watched on cable.
Sharknado?
It belongs. Yeah, it belongs in.
It's even worse than that. It's like a whole bunch of like inmates going into a jail facility in some little town in Louisiana when there's a hurricane, and the gators kind of infiltrate the facility and are trying to kill them. It's hilarious. It's so much fun.
If it was made in the 80s, it would have been a canon film.
Yeah, it would have been a canon film.
You know, it's funny. I've never been one for the big monster movies in general, but the one that'll always have a soft place in my heart is Tremors.
Yeah.
Those things got pretty big. Yeah.
You know, my favorite scene in that is when it comes up and Kevin Bacon goes, "Fuck you!"
Let me catch up with the chat real quick, guys. They're talking about the Kevin Spacey not guilty verdict, and Wookie said all the witnesses were dead.
Yeah, they've all died.
Yeah, it took forever. They backed it up so long.
Yeah, they did.
Clay Thomas says hi to us. It's good to see you, man. Was that you that tipped me the other night? Because if it was, I appreciate you, man. I didn't see who did it. On my birthday, somebody tipped me $10. Real Wade says first was better than the second. He must be talking about Pacific Rim.
First one was better.
I did enjoy Pacific Rim, Ariel says, but never saw the second one. You're not missing anything. Really, you're not. Just enjoy the first one for what it was.
Yeah, first one.
Enjoy the first one for what it was. I sent you a birthday check. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. And Ariel says, but they made too many of the Tremor movies. Yeah, they went a little crazy with those.
Wait,
yes,
John, didn't they go up to like Tremor 6 or 7?
Oh, by the time I think they're higher than that.
What do you mean, John? Why are you nodding? Why would you say no to more monster movies? That doesn't make sense to me. That seems like it just doesn't make sense. It seems like okay, let's go. Fast and Furious.
7.
Let's just keep
There's
going.
7 of them.
There's 7 of them.
Okay, I said 6 or 7. Remember that,
man.
If they can have Fast and Furious 10, we can have Tremor 10. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see. Not exactly faith-based movies, but don't shy away from the religious part of a story. Don't do that. No. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what made that. Excuse me. That's what made Book of Eli so great, man. Because he,
And Joe, I'm proud of you because a lot of people didn't notice the bullets popping off of him.
Oh yeah,
the first time, and
I noticed it the first time, and I was like, "Did that just happen?"
And I was like, "Wait a second!" I was watching it, and then because I was watching it on DVD or something for the first time, and I was like, "Wait a second! Did that bullet?" And I'm like, "Oh!" And then I started talking about it, and people were like, "No, they didn't." I was like, "Go watch it. Read again." Dude, because his faith was so high, he was protected up until that one point.
He was told he'd be protected.
Yeah, he was protected up to that one point.
But also, spoiler alert! Like, if nobody's watched it yet, spoiler.
Oh, it's been 10-year movie. It's been out.
For but he was blind the whole time.
Yeah. And you go back and watch it again.
And it's
and
so
you
obvious
notice
after you've watched
it. It's completely obvious.
I missed it completely. I didn't.
Yeah. Like the first scene when he's checking out that house, what's he doing? He's running his hand across stuff, not even looking at it, right?
Yeah, and I said to my friend, I was like,
"Well, I don't look at everything I touch."
And my friend goes, "He's not blind." I was like, "Yes, he is. Look at what he's doing with his hand."
Yeah.
The at Comic-Con they released a 10th anniversary Gypsy Danger.
Oh, they did?
Figure.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've got some articles for some things, but I want you guys to run it tonight. We're going to talk about what you want to talk about, but there are a few things I don't want to do though. The current stuff that's out right now, I don't want to spoil any of it because let's give some people some time to watch this stuff. Like I know that Knock hasn't finished Secret Invasion yet. I'm pretty sure, John, you haven't watched any of Star Trek yet this time around, right?
I
gotta catch up on that too.
I did see Secret Invasion. Oh my god.
Yeah. But let's not spoil any of that stuff. But as far as the stuff that's out now, I think you can pass on Secret Invasion. Star Trek's been up and down. It's got some good episodes, but some of it is just CW level cringe. It's just bad. And from what I saw just recently, apparently They're going full CW and having a musical episode at the beginning of friggin' August on Star Trek. They're going to have a musical episode.
Yeah.
How bad is that?
Is Melissa Bonet and Ryan Gaston going to be, or what's his name, Grant Gaston going to be in it?
Yeah, they're all going to go.
They're good at that kind of stuff. So, you know,
They are.
Well,
you know.
they're great
Remember,
singers.
one of the most popular Buffy episodes is Once More with Feeling.
Once
musical
More with
episode.
Feeling. Is that a musical one?
Yes,
That's the musical
it is.
episode.
And I hated it.
Well, I mean, if you want to watch musical stuff, go watch Glee.
Oh, go watch Moulin
I've
Rouge.
watched the whole
Moulin
series.
Rouge was fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
and Knock, you watched the whole series. You enjoyed it, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
My,
I
wife's
think
a
they have
huge
some.
fan of it.
I think they have some of the most best mashups.
Yes, the mashups in the show are off
It's the
chain.
singing for me. I enjoy the singing. The drama crap is the high school drama.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Well, it's high
the
school
actual
stuff.
singing, like it's top
Mhm.
tier.
But you want to talk about a cast that was cursed. Holy
Yeah.
shit, half
Yeah,
of them are dead.
Yeah.
One of them got hooked on, the big football player got hooked on drugs, right? And he OD'd, I think.
One had the kitty porn, and
Right?
and then the other one
Freaking
drowned.
crazy, man.
Yeah, so they went to Greece because the kitty porn.
Oh man, listen to it. Static's in the house.
Yeah,
He
Static
said,
Hey,
yo.
Static.
Let's see. Ariel says, and the Tremors are now all CGI, bad CGI. Kind of wish they stayed more using practical.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Let's see.
Is he? I'm sorry. Is he talking about Marvel movies or no?
Right? Dude, you're going to see some cringe level fucking CGI in that fucking Secret Invasion. I'll tell you that.
I watched the
Holy
Flash.
shit.
I watched the Flash the other day. I can't.
That came out on digital too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Flash. The reason why the special effects are so bad because they weren't finished. Because Zaslav said, "I ain't putting another penny in that piece of crap movie. Put it out the way it is."
Put it out the way it is.
I still had more issues with Avatar, especially after that thing had been there for.
I still
10
haven't
years.
watched that. I've got to sit down and watch that. I'm sorry. I haven't done it yet.
I don't know why you
All
want
I'm
to
saying is
watch
just watch
it.
it when they're running. Watch the blue guys when they're running, and
Okay.
you'll see it. Like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't be able to unsee it, unfortunately. So I
Well,
apologize for that, but it's just.
Yeah.
you know, you were talking about not so much faith-based movies, but more movies like Book Eli and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The same company that put out Sound of Freedom, Angel
Okay.
Studios,
Yep.
has a movie coming out in December called The Shift.
The Shift.
And
Okay.
the premise is the film sees a man being shifted between different realities by the benefactor, self-described agent of chaos who enjoys disrupting people's lives by throwing them into different timelines and seeing them struggle in vain to get back to their friends and loved ones in their main timeline.
That sounds cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it
That sounds
stars
like an
Neil Mc-
ending to Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I want to
It's
travel
got-
in time. Yeah,
It's got Neil McDonough, Dunna, Sean Astin.
Have you got something on it, man?
I just have the wiki. John Billingsley, who played Dr. Phlox in Enterprise.
What's the name of it, brother?
The Shift.
The Shift. Do they have a trailer for it yet?
Nolan North is in it.
Favorite Nathan Drake.
2023. Neil McDonough.
And-
I actually
Here it is on
talking-
IMDb, and it looks like we do have a
Mhm.
trailer, maybe. Do
Yeah.
we have a trailer for it?
on there.
Wookie.
All right.
Don't start with your shit.
All right. Well, hang on. You guys want to watch this trailer?
Good,
Yep.
dude.
Okay.
I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about this. First time seeing.
All right. Well, I've got to switch to a different screen. You know how we do this, guys.
While you're doing that, I would say the two shows that I'm looking forward to binging once they're finished. They've started, but they're not all out yet.
Mhm.
Of course, Anna mentioned it earlier. Is Witcher. I want to go back and watch the series and then watch the full new season. I haven't even done the first start of the season yet.
Right.
And then
I haven't
Justified.
either.
Justified.
is-
The new
oh,
Justified.
Yeah, the new Justified. I'm going to go back and
Okay.
watch the whole series before, and then once by the time I get done with that, I think it's like pretty early on. I think they're like 2 episodes out now, so got some time.
E. Clay Thomas asked, "Did anyone see Jesus Revolution? I heard it was good. I have not seen it.
I haven't either.
I've heard I haven't known
anime?
many people that have seen it, but Everybody says it's good. No, actually, I think it's live action, man, because
I don't know.
I think one of my fellow resident managers took our clients to go see it. So it must be faith-based in some way, shape, or form. So let's see. Aren't they making Gran Turismo? Yes,
Yes.
they are,
Oh, yeah.
Ariel.
Yeah, they are.
And
I
that
saw- I
actually
saw the
looks
poster
interesting
today
to
in
me.
the
I
cinema.
saw the
It's-
trailer in the theaters for that one.
It's based on a true story. They
Yeah, it's
actually
based on a
did
true
that.
story. It looks interesting. It really does. Okay, let's check out this trailer. And I'm going to stop it every once in a while. We'll comment to try and keep from getting hit. But let's see what's up with the shift, shall we? Let's see. I got the sound shared.
Wait,
You guys, let me know
wait,
if you can.
I might have to do
You
that
guys,
one
let
too.
me know if you can hear it.
Yeah, we hear it.
Kevin, Molly, hi. I didn't come over here honestly expecting a date, but I feel like that's where this is going.
It's like a young Zeta
So
Jones.
the idea is what we have some fun and maybe we kiss.
That sounds awesome. Looks like a rom com.
That looks like a young Catherine Zeta-Jones to me.
Yeah, yeah, she's
Yes,
pretty.
she does.
Fifth date, we are really a part of each other's lives. It's a real thing now. There's the bad thing that happens.
Wait a little. What bad thing?
Ooh.
Hey, you're okay.
Oh, I like him.
Nice to finally meet you, Kevin. I'm the benefactor.
It's Ra's
Dude,
al
he's
It's Ra's al Ghul. I can't believe it. He come back again.
No,
He's
that's
in a
not
lot
Ra's
of
al
good
Ghul.
shows.
What was his name
Damien
on that
Dark.
show?
Damien
Yeah,
Dark.
that's
Damien
it.
Dark.
Damien
Okay.
Dark.
All right,
Yes.
He is so underused in shows and shit. It is
Dude.
not funny.
Yeah,
He's
I like
such a
I like
good
him a lot
character
in,
actor. Yeah.
Well,
Band of
he's
Brothers.
Wow.
he doesn't get a lot of roles anymore because he's outspoken about his beliefs.
Right.
Yeah.
He turns
Yeah.
down movie roles if there's any sex in it, that sort of thing.
Right. Yes.
But
He's
stayed
definitely
on
pigeonholed
CW
himself.
for
Yes.
a long
Yeah.
time, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he was a recurring character
He
in
got
all
paid.
the CW shows as
Yeah.
Damien Dark. And yeah, he was great. The guy's
Band of
awesome. I
Brother,
love him.
Suits. I recently rewatched Suits and using that
And it
one.
says it's from the
bit.
studio. So this is faith based, no doubt, because the Chosen didn't this just hit CW?
The Chosen?
Chosen?
I don't think it's on CW.
Oh,
It's
they
fixing
would
to be
never,
on CW,
never be
I'm pretty
they would
sure.
never be on.
I'm pretty sure it's fixing to be on CW. I think I saw that
How would
the other day.
How would that be on CW? That ain't their jam.
I know. I understand that, but I think it's going to CW. Check it out for me, John. We'll look at it afterwards.
I'm
Let's
looking.
see. Let's get some more of it.
Just to interrupt you, I have actually been speaking to Angel Studios over the
Mhm.
past couple of weeks because
Yeah.
of the Sound of Freedom, which is not being released in Europe.
Really?
Yeah. And so they kind of like put me on a mission to go out there to the cinemas, which is why I went so early to watch Oppenheimer today,
Mhm.
to go to speak to some managers and people in the cinema about the release of the film, but they are encountering a lot of pushback. So Sound of Freedom is their main focus right now.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
they want it released everywhere in the world. And
Mhm.
in the US, it's doing so good at the box office, even though people are saying, like, it says this in the media, like the right wing media, right?
Mhm.
But people go into the cinema and nobody's wanting to watch it because it's such a heavy topic.
Yeah.
Because
And,
people aren't used to like real shit in movies nowadays.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So, like, I today had a conversation with one of their press team members, and she said, just go to the cinema and, like, just talk to them because they don't want this stuff released.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's a big push against it in the mainstream media. No doubt about it. Ruben, hey, what's up, man? He's offering a rose. What's happening?
And you're
And
right,
let's see.
Chosen is-
CW was recently purchased and restructured, so they may be changing up their programming. I think it's going to be on the CW soon.
Yeah, it's already premiered on the CW.
That's what I thought. I knew I wasn't high. I do actually pay
I
attention
just
when I
didn't
watch
hear
my
that.
television set every once in a while. Wookie Be Bad says, like this dispatched You owe me a belly rub, Jed.
The fuck?
Okay, let's get back to this trailer, man. I want to see the rest of this, especially since Damien Dark's in it, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Where's the accident? What happened?
There was no accident here.
Where did everybody go? They didn't go anywhere. You did. There are countless other realities. Imagine everything you have ever wanted. 1,000 versions of you in 1,000 different worlds, all working for me. Where's my wife? I shifted her.
Wow. That would suck.
Bro.
That would suck. And you got to take down Damien Dark to get back? That ain't no fun.
I know, right?
I can't do this all by myself. I think the truth is that you're a liar. Your goal is misery. I prefer the term chaos.
So he's the Joker. He's an agent of chaos, right?
I'm like an agent.
I don't know. He sounds like he has a plan.
Sounds like
Sounds like he's got a
Oppenheimer.
plan. Yeah, no doubt.
I'm an agent of both sides.
I've seen a bunch of people like us out there looking for a little hope. You're still trying to find that wife of yours. You're playing scraps of rumors. Go find my mom.
Samwise Gamgee.
Sam! Shift you back to your wife because you asked nice.
I won't ask nicely. I will find a way. What do you want from me?
Wow.
Work for me.
It's amazing just from seeing this trailer, it's a low budget film. You can tell, but man, the drama they're creating with such a low budget, because it looks like something you give a shit about. You know what I'm saying? It looks really good.
You
man.
do.
Just me or those cameras.
What if the bad thing tears us apart? Does that sound like something either one of us wants to endure?
Wow, this December. All right, we're gonna have to
Yep.
check that out for
I
show.
actually saw that. I saw that trailer in front of Sound of Freedom. So
Yeah.
Is Joe's camera stuck or anybody else?
yeah, his camera's stuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his.
No,
That's
but
why I'm
kudos,
Can you hear
kudos
me?
to-
It's a very unflattering version of you, by the way.
That's
Is it-
Joe's
okay.
face when he needs to fart.
Kudos to Angel Studios for actually picking up Sound of Freedom with the likes of Netflix, Disney, Amazon Prime. Told them to go and fuck them. Can I swear on this?
Yes,
you
you
can
can.
swear as much as you fucking want.
Absolutely
Anna.
not.
All right. They told them to go fuck themselves. And now that the film, after 8 years, and now that the film is picking up and doing so
Mhm.
well, all of
Yep.
these companies are coming back and are like, oh, do you want to come in? And they're like, nope. Sorry. Because a lot of the people involved in your industry and in your higher echelon of your, I'm not saying this because I know this, just from what I've heard, but are involved in some of the activities that go on that are mentioned in the film.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, we went to you, you didn't want it. Now all of a sudden it's doing well and you want the money. No, fuck off.
Right.
Well, Fox. It was Fox had it for a number of years.
Yep.
And then Disney bought Fox, and they still sat on it until Angel Studios got the money together and bought it for like, I think 7 to 10 million is what they paid for it.
Yeah,
Paid
like
Disney
nothing.
for it.
Yeah.
And it's made at what 120 something million at last look.
I thought I was like 200.
Which one are we talking about? I'm sorry, I got lost.
Sound of
in the
Freedom.
Sound of
comments.
Freedom.
Freedom. I know
Yeah.
this much. The
130.
last week,
130.
it was the
Yeah.
only movie that showed a uptick in viewership from the week before. Usually you have a drop off. You have a premiere spike, then you have a drop off. And just depends on how big the drop off is going to be. But this one last week, it's only been out a couple of weeks. Last week, it actually had an uptick of like 34%. 34%
But
more people.
also going back to the like religious thing, like the
Mm-hmm.
Christian message, the main guy who the character is based on, Tim Ballard, is a Christian.
Yep.
And it's not a movie about Christianity. It's a movie about his resolve, and he goes back to his religion to be able to continue with his job.
Mm-hmm.
And to be appointed to do things which a lot of us, I don't think any of us would be, I don't know, but some of the things that these people are involved with are so horrific and so horrible. So you need to have that really strong faith in that Christian resolve.
Well,
I think I would know the shit I've been through.
Well, you know,
it's been out for 23 days.
23 days. Okay. And it's still showing an uptick in people going to see it. It's not dropping off yet. And that's
it's actually increasing theaters. It's
in more theaters now?
Yeah, it's up to 3285.
Because it was in the 2000s when I first saw it.
Definitely in the 2000s when it first came out.
Yeah, it started on July 4th. It started at 2634 theaters and made 14 million.
Clay Thomas says, I'm glad it's a movie because I don't think I could watch a long drawn out show like that. Yeah, this is tailor made for a 2-hour story. No doubt.
Yeah.
You don't need to be beating yourself up with this week after week after week. No doubt about it.
No. I've seen it twice.
I still haven't been able to get to see it once.
I think he's talking about the one coming out, the one trailer we just watched.
No, I'm talking about.
No, he's talking about Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Talking about Sound of Freedom
Twice.
Yeah.
I thought E-Clay was talking about the movie coming out.
Oh. Well,
no, because Sound of Freedom is something that is as a journalist myself, like this is a very heavy topic. I do not expect, and as somebody who's gone to the New York Film Academy, like there are certain things that need to be talked about and are serious, and they need to be brought to people's attention and need to be in the cinema. I am not going to shove it down your throat. If you don't want to see it, don't see it. You know,
right.
But it still needs to be available.
Yeah, I've seen several movies that I will never watch again, but I'm glad I watched them. Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ is number one on my list. I mean, I've told myself, Joe, you really need to watch that on Good Friday every Easter. And I just cannot put it on again. You know, it's just so hard to watch, man. I always tell people, if you think you've had a bad day, just watch the Passion of the Christ.
Oh yeah, I've only watched it one.
Yeah, and you're glad you watched it. I'm sure it was an experience, no doubt. But I don't want to go there again. Another one that I always bring up when this conversation comes up is a film called 8mm with Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Oh, I can't watch that again. Oh.
I know that side of life exists. I don't need to see it over and over again. That one almost made me physically ill. And that may be one reason why I'm not going to see Sound of Freedom. Because that's heavy hitting shit, man.
The first time I saw it, you come out of theater crying.
Yeah.
On the second viewing, I came out pissed off.
Yeah. Well, my hat's off to those guys that actually did that, the real people.
Tim Ballard and his team.
Right, Tim Ballard and his bunch. Because, look, I've said this about law enforcement my entire life. I was law enforcement in the military for 3 years. We see human beings at their worst. Yeah. We're basically human garbage collectors is what we are. And I wouldn't wish it on anybody. And the reason why I didn't do it as a civilian, I saw enough on military posts to know I didn't want to do it as a civilian, because anybody like Knox been in the military, he could tell you, look, it's a lot tamer on a military base than it is in the civilian world, because they know they can get in trouble big time, right? And I even saw stuff there that I wish I'd never seen.
Joe, I can tell you that too. I've seen a lot more worse shit out in civilian life than military.
It's just
life. Except for some things, there were you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Now it's like every other walk of life, though, guys. Yeah. You've got your good cops, you got your bad cops, and the bad cops, they have to be filtered out and weeded out and gotten rid of. That has to happen. But the one thing I always told people, they always ask me, why didn't you become a civilian cop? I said, well, look, I'm just not good at turning on the dick. You have to be an asshole sometimes because not everybody's going to agree with what you need to do. And and you have to be able to turn that on. And I'm just not built that way. You know what I mean? It takes a lot for me to get
One of the latest films that I rewatched was World Trade Center.
Yeah.
With Nicolas Cage.
I've seen that movie once. Yes. I don't have
And
any
because
desire
it
to
is
see it again.
based on John McLaughlin
Right.
and Will, I'm sorry, I don't remember the other Port Authority police officer's name.
Right, but it was
oh
first
my
responders
God.
trying to get people out of that building.
I've
Yeah.
seen it once, and I've seen Flight 93 once, and I was like, okay, I've seen it. Because I lived through it. I mean, I was there, not there, but I was there in Missouri, and we shut down the university because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching. I got an alert, an email alert from CNN that a plane had hit the World Trade Center.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh crap! I said, hey, a plane hit the World Trade Center. So we pulled the TV in.
And
here.
you're thinking it's a Cessna, right?
Yeah,
or
I'm
something
thinking
like
a
that.
Cessna.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not a huge bloody,
right?
And so here's a picture of the World Trade Center online. I went, wow, that must have been a bigger plane. And here comes this other plane, smacks into it. The other one. I'm like, okay, we're in trouble.
Yeah, that's one of those moments in history where everybody remembers where they were. I was in my living room. The guy I do my show with tomorrow night, my brother, was there. He was going through a divorce. We were living right here. My mom was here. She hadn't moved to Alabama yet. The four of us were living here. And Rhonda had just got off work. Old Foxy, she had just gotten off work. She worked nights. And we were just getting up. My mother called us. She worked insurance for Bossier Medical Center for years. And she called us from work and said, Joe, you need to turn on the TV. A plane hit the World Trade Center. And I said, and me and my brother are joking. We're like, well, I wonder when they're going to make a TV movie out of this shit,
Right.
And then we saw, like John, we saw that second plane hit the tower. I mean, bank hard left and turn right into that tower and blow itself up live. And we both looked at each other. I was in the military. So was my brother was in it longer than I was. He was in the Air Force for 9 years. And we both looked at each other and said, oh shit, we're under attack. That's ridiculous. That's a planned thing. And then the stuff came out about the Pentagon and all that. And the weirdest thing that happened was, you remember they showed video footage of the guy telling the president live at that event at the school in Florida. Well, I get a call about, I want to say, an hour and 20 minutes after they showed that. I get a call from a friend of mine that lives on the other side of the base from me in North Bossier. A guy I bartended with for years, a guy named Randy. I love him to death. And he hadn't talked to me in a long time, but he called me on the phone. And he says, Joe, you're never going to believe what I just saw. I said, what's that, man? He said, Air Force One just came treetop high over my house with 4 F-15s in tow. I said, what? And sure enough, he was broadcasting from Barksdale. That was his first address to the nation within 20 minutes after that.
Well,
I was like, wow.
But that's the thing, though, that people nowadays, they don't of course you have good, bad, whatever jobs, but the first responders that day really showed in the majority what it means to be a police officer, a firefighter, paramedic, just heroes, and that whole story of them being stuck there under those slabs and that concrete, that is terrifying. That is absolutely, and for them to get out of it and now advocate, and both of them have PTSD.
Yeah,
absolutely.
One of my uncles that was there the day it happened, he was going into a sub shop that was close to there, and all of a sudden he was getting some food and stuff because he was going into the World Trade Center. He was maybe 500 feet from it, or more. He went into one of the shops, and all of a sudden, the glass from outside just went in on him. Everybody ducked behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
and saw this this big dust cloud because the force of everything just impacted all. You saw what happened to the businesses that were close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The glass
Mhm.
just impacted on itself and just blew
Mhm.
everything back. And dude, he got knocked out
Mm-hmm.
because a chair came over and hit him in the head. And the lady that was there that was doing it grabbed him and pulled him behind the counter with
Mm-hmm.
the other thing. And then the cook and the bat got knocked out because the microwave came off the wall
Oh,
and he had
shit.
this huge gash on his head. Yeah, it was fucked up. And
Yeah.
then they couldn't get out because there was so much debris in the way from the World Trade Center. So they were stuck in there for like maybe 8 to 10 hours in there because there was
Mhm.
no back door. It was like one of those businesses that
Yeah.
the only way they could get out was from the front.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But also kudos to the retired Marines that actually went back to
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
scene. And they were not serving Marines. They actually put their uniform on and they went back in there, even though they're retired, and they helped with the rescue efforts.
Yeah.
Well, Marines
It's-
Marines are always Marines.
Yeah,
well,
you
God
find
bless
out what people are
everybody.
made of. What's that line in Tenet? He says, we all like to think we'd run into that burning building, but until you've seen it, you don't really know, right? And yeah, that's true.
Well,
Static says, "Oh God, yeah, I'm good on 8mm. Yeah, it's snuff films. That's just wow.
And I
It's
want to say God bless
crazy.
everybody because I had friends and family that were there at the World Trade Center that day.
Mhm.
Some people weren't lucky, and some of my friends and family were lucky. It's just God bless everybody, all the military, everybody that helped get
Oh
people out
man,
and everything.
they don't make enough money and they don't get
The
enough credit.
EMTs,
They really don't.
military, police, just normal
The
citizens
reason-
that were helping.
One of the reasons why this whole thing's burned in my head and I can still see every minute of it
Yeah.
is because we moved to the lecture hall
Mm-hmm.
and we were watching it projected on the movie theater size screen.
Whoa.
With the sounds, and you could hear, you could see. Think about the falling man.
Yeah, yeah.
You could see that clearly on that screen, and you could hear the bodies, the people that jump as from the live shot.
Dude, I don't think I needed to see that in
boom.
IMAX. Good Lord, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
No, but that again, like going back to your show, like that is a good film that people should watch. World Trade Center by Oliver Stone.
Absolutely, man.
That is a really
you need to
good
see it at
film.
least once, no doubt.
Yeah.
Static says I had just finished smoking a bowl and didn't believe my friend who had just climbed through my window. Would not believe her until we turned on the TV. That's pretty good. Well, everybody remembers where they were. They do.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers where they were. That's
I
one of those.
that had to do with the.
I mean, there's been what
What
3
was that
events in my
movie?
lifetime that I remember where I was at.
thought
The
that
first
had-
one
When
was when,
Princess Diana died.
Yeah.
really
was one of
that must have been a big one for you guys. Must have been.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Dude, that was fucked up the way she died too.
The first one was when, for me, I was 8 years old when Nixon got on the helicopter to leave the White House.
Oh, Ariel has a really good point about the
Okay.
rescue dogs. Yeah.
Let's see. It was really sad when those rescue dogs were getting depression from not finding any living people. The only thing that got them to feel better was their handlers hiding in the debris to be found. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
horrible. That's horrible. But yeah, I mean, that's one of those moments in time that you remember. I remember where I was when Nixon got on the helicopter. I remember where I was at 9/11, and I remember where I was the night of shock and awe. The outset of the Iraq War, the first one, Desert Storm. Because I had just gotten out of the Guard, and everybody I served with in the Louisiana State National Guard was already there, and I had just gotten out. I was glued to the TV set every second I wasn't at work. I mean, yeah, because if you remember, that's when CNN made their name. They were on around the clock, you know.
Yeah.
Back when they were a good news organization, you know, before the
But were
Communist
they
News Network.
really ever a good news?
Yeah, they were good.
They were
their
at one
coverage
time.
of that war made them huge, dude. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I remember the fall of Saigon because I was 5, and my dad, had come back from Vietnam about 6 years before that, and he was upset. I remember why that was big event.
Which
the
one?
Fall of Saigon.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, they showed those helicopters on the nightly news with people hanging out. Yeah, that was.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the Challenger accident.
I do remember the Challenger. We were in school.
Yeah.
I think. No. What year was that? Let me think.
86.
86. No,
What,
I wasn't in school.
The Challenger blew
I was
up?
not in school.
Yeah.
I was.
Dude, I was in grade school when that happened, and I was getting some deep shit that day.
I was in high school, and we were watching it in science class because our science class just happened to time with the launch.
I'm not sure
So
where
we
I
were
was when
watching
that
it
happened.
live.
I didn't see it live. I
did see it live. I was in the principal's office because I got caught making out with 2 chicks.
I was in the woo that year.
And then this guy came up from behind me. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like this, and punched him right in the face. And then they're like,
man.
"Dude, you were just making out with 2 chicks and knocked the guy out. Get the fuck into the principal's office." I'm like, okay. And then I walked in, and they had a TV in the principal's office, and it was fuzzy because back in the day we were still using antennas and all this other shit.
Yeah.
And he would go out and out every now and then, but he said the Challenger. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And my mouth was even bad back then.
Right.
It was, but yeah.
Static says Princess Diana because it interrupted the Simpsons, and O.J. Simpson because it interrupted the Bulls versus the Knicks in the playoffs.
You did. I remember that.
Clay Thomas says, I remember when the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded and our teachers brought in a TV to watch the coverage. Yeah. A lot of people were in school. That was my last year in the Army, 86. Depending on what was the date of that?
January 20.
I was in San Francisco then.
Any of you guys remember the sniper shooter going around up and down DC and?
Oh yeah, the Beltway sniper. Yeah, I remember that guy.
You know those 2 guys. Yeah, in the white van. Yeah, you know what I was doing? I was waiting at the fucking bus stop, feeling like an idiot.
Looking like an apple on the top of.
We had to do I was in the band. We had to do it indoors because probably for kids. I don't know, but then here I am sitting outside, twiddling my thumbs. Waiting for the bus to come. I'm like, dude, I don't know if this fucker's just going to come and shoot me,
Right. Yeah. I'm sure you guys were scared to death.
It was kind of dumb because I'm right there on 95.
Right. And my dad lives, my dad lives south of you. And I was calling him every day. I was like, man, what's going on there? And he's like, yeah, everybody's scared, dude. Everybody in the state's scared. Yeah, I remember that.
And the bus stop.
This is going way back, but do you remember that when the balcony collapsed in the Hyatt Regency in Kansas City?
No,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I remember that because I was waiting for Godzilla to start that night because they had the nightly monster movies and they canceled it because of the collapse.
Wow.
Hey Joe, you don't remember the night that Lincoln got shot? I thought you were there for that.
No, Red Shirt knows
I'm not
that one.
I was supposed to say Red Shirt can tell you all about that.
Start this weird trend of reminiscing about horrible
Hey,
things.
do you remember when?
I'm not to be
You
sufficient.
remember when?
This is we're doing free form tonight. Whatever we decide to talk about.
Hey, so do you remember when Michael Jackson hung his kid off the balcony and he was swinging him?
Oh, good Lord. Oh,
yeah,
Do you
I do
remember
that
the
every day
Leave
with
Britney
my
Alone
cat,
video?
Jed. It's like,
let me see. Let me see if I'm still frozen here. No, I'm not. Hey, I'm working again. Jay.
There you are.
Oh man, that messed me up. Thank God I know where the avatar button is.
I remember today as being the first time Congress actually took a UAP whistleblower seriously.
A UAP whistleblower.
UFO. Yeah.
UFO. Yeah.
They had a whole congressional.
Well, here I got
too.
something for you since I was looking at this.
And
Go
I
ahead.
watched all of it, and it was brilliant. It was so.
But we're gonna get back to pop culture as soon as we can.
It is pop culture, though.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah.
It is absolutely.
Signs.
I mean, people have been swearing up and down for years that we've since the 50s have had alien bodies and all that good stuff. So
I think this is what it's about.
Yep.
The drummer from my dad's band when I was growing up, Rocky Top Limited, was Ted Phillips, who's
he remembers the night the lights went out in Georgia. Yeah,
You
that was a
remember
good
that
song.
too?
he played.
You remember
Good
that
song.
too, Joe?
Listen,
that movie, by the way, one of the worst things that Luke Skywalker ever made, no doubt.
Yes.
There's actually a movie called The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. The only reason why I know about this is because I had a crush on Kristen McNichol at the time.
She was kind of hot back in the day.
She was the first of many. How do I say this?
I had a
chicks that
crush-
bat for the wrong team that I was in
had
love with. Yeah,
I had a crush on Suzanne Summers when she was Chrissy.
but it was Mark Hamill. He played the state trooper Conrad in it. She was the sister of Dennis Quaid, who was trying to make it in country music, and he liked the party too much, and she was trying to rein him in all the damn time. Yeah, it's a bad movie, but it holds a special place in my heart because I love Kristen McNichol. So
yeah. But Ted Phillips, he was one of the biggest researchers. He was the biggest in Missouri, and he specialized in physical evidence.
Okay.
So he would go to landing sites and take samples of like the scorch marks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And casts of the landing thing. So I grew up around UFOs. I've seen one.
I've seen two.
Oh, really?
I've seen multiple.
Until a little gray fucker comes up to me and says, "Hey, my name's Bob," I'm just not.
Hey,
gonna,
hey,
I'm
Joe.
not gonna fall for it. I don't
Joe.
Okay,
care.
you finally got it here. Okay.
I don't care. It's just like,
Aliens versus Predators. Good Lord. Are you serious? Oh,
that's pretty good.
Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says Joe has a thing for lesbians. You heard it here first. I do, man. I don't know what it is.
We talk about lesbians on the game streams all the time.
My current favorite chick right now is Cara Delevingne. I think she's just the bee's knees. I really think she's beautiful,
Why?
I just do.
Guys like lesbians. It's
you can't help who you're attracted to. Look,
Yeah.
it's a long line of them. Look, the next one was Joan Jett. Okay, I mean, come on.
I can understand Joan Jett, but Cara Delevingne.
Yes.
What the hell?
Joan Jett was fucking hot as hell.
Suicide Squad. I thought she was
I don't know
gorgeous.
any of these people. I don't know.
She gave me a hug and a kiss
You've
on the
seen
cheek.
Cara Delevingne. She's
I'm
the
sure I
sorceress.
have. I'm sure I
She's
have.
the sorceress in the first Suicide Squad movie.
She's
dude.
horrid.
I don't remember the first Suicide.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about, but
She's
I
bi. Yeah,
I saw
well,
that movie once, so I don't remember her face exactly.
Yeah. She's in
So what you're
Valerian.
saying is there's a chance.
So you're saying I got a chance, Eclair.
Yeah.
You're saying I got a chance, bro. All right.
My first, not bats for the other team, but my first celebrity crush was Helen Mirren in Excalibur.
Yes.
Oh yes.
That's a good one, bro.
Yeah.
Right there. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you go to the theater to see that movie?
No, I
was
saw it
fixing
on.
to say.
Hell
rated
That's
R.
1983. That was my senior year in high school.
81.
So I know
It
you
came
weren't
out-
old
it was
enough to
80
get in there.
It was 81. I saw it like
Oh,
in
81?
83
Mhm.
and 82 or 83. Whenever it came out on home video.
Hey,
Oh
Joe.
my god, you
my,
old perverts.
my parents took me to go see that Capri here in Phoenix. So
What is it?
I
Say
went
that
to
again?
I went to the theater to go see Excalibur.
Really?
Yeah, so my mom took me to go see it. She would all the stories I've been telling where she would take.
Mhm.
And she's like, "Oh, let's go see Excalibur." I'm like, "Can I go?" She goes, "Boy, I've took you to places where you shouldn't go. You can go see Excalibur."
Right. Yeah, my buddies and I went and saw that about 7 times because we all played Dungeons and Dragons, man.
And I was like,
yeah.
Yeah. We went
That
and
was
saw
like
it over and
first-
over again.
I
wanted-
wanted so cool.
I wanted my first crush to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but my buddy claimed her. So in the rule of friendship, I had to not pick Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He called dibs.
Okay.
So to this day, he still has dibs.
Got
So I had to go with Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
There you go.
Yep.
That
There you
was
That's kind of like
I
a
had to go for.
downgrade, though. You know?
The first
Well,
R-rated movie I ever saw in the
Buffy.
theater was Flashdance, because I snuck in because I could open the side
God.
door, and so I went in the side door and just went in and sat down and watched it.
Wow.
Bro, John, I got a story for you. Dude, I had a friend that owned a movie theater down here, and they used to have a 50 cent Tuesdays down here at Valley West Mall. So I knew this guy. He would let me, because he knew my mom and he knew my parents, and then he knew my grandparents too. This guy would let me into any fucking movie I wanted to go see. I saw Flashdance with 2 of my friends, and he let me in.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
was underage.
Oh yeah, of course. Friggin' the first R-rated movie I saw was Amityville Horror, and my cousin Steven took me to see it. He was God, about 5 years older than me, and I was reading the book before I went to see it. I was really hyped to go see it, because I was going to get to go see an R-rated movie. And I was laying on the couch.
My first crush was River Phoenix in Stand By Me.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
Yeah,
One of
it's
my-
a shame what
I
happened
just-
to him.
I just remember
Yeah.
that one of my earlier crushes was Gabrielle from Xena.
Really? The blonde?
Dude, okay.
Yeah, the blonde. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
That's cool.
Wilma.
There was a scene where they had her and Xena in a hot tub, their version of a hot tub at the time, and it was
I remember that. Yeah, I
awesome.
remember.
I'll
Yeah.
show you. I'll find a picture of it.
Okay, so one of my first crushes was Linda Carter. Cause
Well,
she played Wonder Woman, brother.
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Yep.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. She did that.
Yeah.
And then
Well.
Wilma off Buck Rogers, hot as shit.
Wilma off of Buck
Oh,
Rogers. There you
yeah.
go. That was
She
a tight suit she was wearing.
Oh
I've-
my god, those
I've
suits
met
she
Erin
had on.
Gray. She's still hot today.
Yeah. See, so I had pedigree. I was like Linda Carter and her Erin Gray, like off of Buck Rogers. They were just like pedigree right there, man. Like,
So what about you, Anna? Who
There
was
you
your
go, Joe.
first piece of eye candy that you were in love with?
Female?
No, male.
male?
Anybody, either one.
Yeah,
Either
anybody,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't let me assume your gender or sexuality.
Listen,
or
Ryan
anything.
Reynolds.
Now,
Ryan
Jay,
Reynolds is the
you
sexiest
gender.
beast out there. So I mean, I'll watch anything with Ryan Reynolds. So,
You got to remember, I'm 58, so I think everybody's
Damn,
straight.
no, I can't
he
think
just
of
got done with
anyone.
fucking Ryan Gosling.
I never thought of it that way because I always I guess male, like back from like the 80s, 90s, Kurt Russell.
There you go.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like Kurt Russell is just, yeah.
Are we talking
Come on,
Snake
that's
Plissken, Kurt Russell, or are we talking Big
but
Trouble in
any
Little China,
Kurt
Kurt Russell?
Russell. He's
Oh wait.
The
Are
eye
we
patch.
talking about?
Was it the eye patch, or was it
I
we
love
talking
Kurt
about
Russell. Even
Disney
today,
Russell?
like, yeah, Kurt Russell just
Are we
always
doing
been-
okay? There's three. There's Disney Kurt Russell, Big Trouble in Little China Kurt Russell, or Snake Plissken.
All
Kurt
of
Russell.
them. That's the thing, though, right? When you have a crush on someone, you don't care. But then I did have a massive crush on Leo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I
DiCaprio?
did have
Every-
like when I was
every girl
like
had
12, 11. I was
Here's
like,
my
oh,
question about Leo. Is he aging gracefully in your mind?
That's because of all the little girl's blood he's taken in. So you know.
Hush, kid, you goon.
You can't say those things. No.
Right?
Uh,
Do you think
I-
he's aging gracefully?
I am not going to say anything bad about Leo. I feel like I'm in the oversight house committee right now, giving a testimony.
Oh,
I can't talk about this in public right now, but no, I love Leo. He's
Yeah.
great.
Ariel says
Dude.
that she was in love with David Bowie in Labyrinth.
And
There you
Jennifer
go.
Connelly was so fucking hot in Career Opportunities in Labyrinth. Okay.
E. Clay Thomas is weighing in. He says
Kind of skinny
the other
though.
chick on Buffy was way hotter. the cheerleader.
Yeah, for me, it was all about
I'll
Willow.
take the evil princess on Buck Rogers over Wilma, but they're both hot. And then he also adds this, and I agree with you here, sir. The evil princess in Flash Gordon movie was my first crush.
She was
She
hot.
is the hottest thing in that movie. No doubt.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
I'm sorry. I'm gonna dial it back. My first crush was Supergirl in the
Gladys, I'm bored.
What? Say that again. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That is really weird for me to say, but I was like 7 years old and I watched Supergirl for the first time.
The movie?
And I had a
Helen Slater.
crush on
Helen
Supergirl.
Slater was hot in that movie, man.
Yeah.
Hold that thought.
I was waiting for him to do this.
I'm sure you've seen these, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
But,
watch this. Watch what he does. I knew he was going to do this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He's a big Supergirl fan.
Anna,
So.
I have visual proof for you that she is aging gracefully. Hang on a second. She was at a Comic-Con here in Shreveport a few years ago, and she signed this to me, right?
Oh my goodness.
And she is unbelievably tall, guys. Now,
yeah,
I'm sure she was wearing heels, okay? But for a lady, she's tall. Now, remember, I'm 5'11", okay?
Wow.
Yeah, she still looks beautiful. Like,
She still looks gorgeous, man. She really does.
You're like me. I had a Superman shirt when I went to go take a picture with Stan again, and you had a Spidey shirt.
Oh goodness.
Well, I'm a
No, but
Spider-Man guy.
also it was not like a crush and like a like an attraction, but like I just like wanted to be like her.
Right.
I just like idolized her. So
I gotta say, when I did see the Flash movie, and I saw her and Christopher Reeve next to each other, I knew it was computer animated, but it was cool.
I didn't care.
You didn't
Same
care.
thing with
Nicolas Cage fighting the spider.
Yeah,
I loved that. That's
cool.
what I went for. I went. Everybody's like, "Well, I'm going for Batman." No, I'm going to see Nick Cage finally be Superman.
No,
he's saying. E. Clay Thomas is asking, "Is she a lesbian too?"
Who
No, I
has
don't
seen
think
The
she
Flash?
is.
Who has seen The Flash? I have seen The Flash.
I have seen the Flash. Yes,
I've seen it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
we've all seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, like come on, Michael.
I don't
Keaton.
think Jed's seen it though, and
What?
because he chose not to. I think. Didn't you say you weren't going to watch the Flash?
Yeah, I didn't watch the Flash. Fuck that bullshit. I could give those motherfuckers my money.
Okay, so we can spoil it for him. He didn't.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He knows all about it.
Fuck.
Yeah. Ariel Ballet says it's weird because a lot of my early crushes are actors from before I was born. Laugh out loud. Well, yeah, you end up watching movies that your parents like when you're a kid, right? And they're usually movies from before you were born. So
Princess Leia in the slave suit. I mean, come on.
Oh my god!
Come on. I grew up with that. So it's like I watched movies that we had that on VHS. So it's like, we still do.
I was about 12 when I finally got to the point where I was paying attention to girls. And that was just in time for Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
Joe, if you put me in, Coach, you can see when I started to notice girls.
Man, here we go.
That's when I started. That was an episode.
Congratulations, brother! I applaud you right there.
That picture looks so airbrushed.
It is.
Crazy.
No, essentially, it is. But that was an episode.
That was an episode, though.
My gosh,
all the kids were like, "Oh my god, Gabrielle and Xena are going to be in the bath together." Fuck yes.
Hey, man, let me tell you friggin' that was a spinoff of Hercules.
Yeah, it was.
And I'll never forget the first time I saw Hercules, because this is when I was a bartender and I was, I smoked dope the other day back then. And I'm over to a buddy of mine's house, my weed connection, and he's watching it. And I'd never seen it before. And I guess these skeletons, he was fighting a bunch of skeletons and knocking them out with a sword, right? And, the CGI was rather cringe back then. But when you're high and you're seeing this on TV, you're like, dude, what the hell is this, It freaked me right the hell out. He goes, man, this is Hercules, dude. It's awesome. I said, oh, shit. But yeah. Let's see. Ariel says Tom Selleck, Sam Elliott, and John Candy. Yeah. There you go. And the last one, John Candy, that's because he's funny, right?
Yeah.
That's it, right, Ariel? Because, funny guys go a long way. I know.
Okay, you know what I
with the
remember?
girls.
That shower soap scene in Stripes where all the chicks were naked and like John Larroquette's like.
Which one?
That shower soap scene where all the girls were soaping up and everything.
In which movie?
Stripes.
I think you're talking about Starship Trooper.
The Starship Trooper. That was like 10 years later on.
That was when I was very young, so that was a very, very great one to watch as well.
There's Das Wolfen's chick right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
From the great movie Excalibur. The measuring stick for King Arthur
That
movies.
It was that outfit. That outfit
Yeah.
when I went, hello.
Helen Mirren was a babe. And she has aged. Now she has aged gracefully. I really think, she really has. The last thing I saw her in was the last Shazam movie, and she looked okay. She looks good.
Well,
she's getting up there in age, Unlike Madonna, who looks like God, she's gone the way.
She looks like she's plastic and made of plastic. And
yeah, it's.
She
I'm
looks
wondering
like
what she's
one of
trying
those
to
Sid and Marty
Barbie.
Prophet.
No, not a Barbie. No. Barbie's cute looking.
More plastic than a Barbie, I mean.
Yeah,
No,
more
not-
plastic than a Barbie for sure. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Helen Mirren is 78.
Yeah, 78 years old.
Oh, okay. So get this, Knox. Madonna looks like one of those Sid and Marty Krofft puppets from back in the day that looks all fucked up. That's what Madonna looks like.
It's crazy. I don't understand what these people are thinking when they do it. I tell you, one person that did it and just totally ruined their career, and she was gorgeous before she did it, was Meg Ryan.
Meg
When
Ryan.
when she had that collagen put in her lips, oh my God, she looked like somebody beat her up. I was like, what in the hell are you doing to yourself?
And another one is it was also drugs, but Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yeah,
She fucked
well,
herself up.
that's what
I watched her
documented.
movies when she was, because that's when I was a teenager. So she was very.
So it wasn't creepy then.
Yeah, exactly. So she was the same age as me. So I was watching her Freaking Friday, and she was doing her girl thing, and I was like, all right, she's cute.
Yeah.
Ariel got
Tia Carrera.
Dude, when she was in Wayne's World and
Swing.
sung that song, that was her actually singing, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That was
yeah.
her singing in Wayne's World.
Yeah, she did Ballroom Blitz.
I
Yeah,
think
that was
the
awesome.
last movie I saw her in, well, of course, Wayne's World, but that James Bond movie that wasn't made by the Broccoli family, Never Say Never Again. She was in that thing. Remember, he blew her up,
Yeah.
and I know every guy was like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" I can't remember what year that was, but it was Sean Connery. It was basically
Oh, bless him.
it was
Oh,
it was basically my favorite one with him in it, Thunderball remade. All the character names are the same, the plot's the same, everything. It's just they portray him as it's kind of like Skyfall. They portray him as an older Bond that can't get it done anymore, and it's okay.
I got a question for you, and I just thought of this question, so I'd have to take some time to think of it myself.
Go.
This is for everybody. One character in a show or movie that could be a side character, or probably is a side character, that died, that you were just like, no!
How many on The
Thank
Walking
you.
Dead do you want me to name?
Yeah. I told Joe this the other night. That girl
Carl?
that was in the show, that's
Carl,
what.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, no, the girl that was they teased all season long. They said, "Oh, she's alive, and then she comes walking out of the barn at the
Yeah,
end
he
of
checked
season
out of that show
I
early.
was like, you know what? Fuck
Yeah.
you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I checked out right there.
I
Yeah.
still haven't watched the last season. I
Oh
haven't,
no!
I just
Don't
haven't watched
don't.
it.
It's
I've-
just shit, man.
I wasn't into it after
Yeah.
Rick left
Yeah.
because that was my guy. But
Well,
He's
What,
shown-
what season does he leave in?
I
Six
want
or
to say it's 8 or 9.
Yeah, something like that.
7 is no, it's got to be 9. Maybe near the end.
Okay,
of 8.
if we're going with the Walking
No,
Dead
fine.
thing, I think it's Ezekiel's
Doesn't have to be Walking
tiger.
Dead. I was just saying in general.
I know, but like Ezekiel's tiger, like I really felt.
Ooh, yeah, that was
Rest in peace,
bad.
Sheba.
Oh, and how about on Game of Thrones, Sean? Oh my God, me and E. Clay had the same thought at the same time.
Sean Bean.
Look at
In
that.
stereo,
was
Sean
that
Bean
really
in
a
Game of
surprise,
Thrones.
though? I mean,
No,
was that
Sean
really?
Bean
He's
dies
not
in
a
everything.
side character, though.
Well, he kind of was because he was, but wasn't.
But he
Well,
dies in everything. You guys had to know it was
I
coming.
would say, honestly, with that show, Marjorie would probably be the one I'd be like, no, why would you get rid of that eye candy? Like, I can't believe you killed her.
Oh,
off.
dude,
but
I know.
so everybody dies, so it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I was so happy when they
It
killed
was such a
Joffrey off. Fuck that little motherfucker.
I remember watching all the reactions to the Red Wedding because I knew it was coming. I was like,
Oh, I did
okay.
too.
Because I read the books and I'm like, I know what's coming up. So I watched it, and then you watch the videos, all the reaction, people all freaking out. I'm like, if you would have read the books, you would have known it was coming.
Yeah, because I read the books and I was like, okay, it's
Yeah,
coming,
you know
it's
why I'm
coming
glad
at
I
some
didn't
point.
read the books, John? Because they're not fucking done yet.
Oh, yeah.
Why would I want to read a book?
And he's
for
never
something
going
that's
to
not
finish
even
him either.
finished?
He's
That's
never
not-
going to
he's
finish
never
him.
gonna
Well,
finish it. You're
he
exactly
might
right.
have to
So
now because
it's bullshit.
he's wanting to do the whole TV thing, and they're all on strike. So his deal with HBO is on hold. So he might actually have to write.
So get this. That old
It's like, oh yeah,
motherfucker
read the
ain't never
books. Yeah,
done
they're
it.
not done.
Yeah.
You know me. I want to watch
Yeah.
the TV show when the season's done. I don't
Yeah.
want to start it and then just be stuck. You're stuck, John. You're stuck right now. You don't got nothing. You got no ending to your story right now. And you just never
I
know,
know.
buddy.
I've got. You know how many books I'm sitting here going? Okay, where's the next book? Where's the next?
They
book?
had
Okay.
AI finish that shit. They had AI finish the last 2 books of Game of Thrones because that guy's never going to do it. So screw the book.
I
That's
have
what
a
I'm gonna
different. Can I change my answer, please?
Go.
Sure. You can have as many answers as you want.
In Alien,
I haven't even given mine yet.
Yeah,
so
it's
go
an
ahead.
open question.
in Alien, when the robot dude gets like torn in half and dies, yeah,
You mean
that for
Aliens,
me-
right? You mean Aliens,
Yeah,
the second one,
Yeah.
with the space
Yeah.
marines and everything? Yeah.
Yeah, like that to me was a bit like, oh, like the robot dude. What's his name?
Bishop. Lance Henriksen.
Lance
Henriksen.
Lance Hedrickson. He's been in a video game too, which was done by I don't remember the name of the, but yeah, great actor.
I can't believe the Star Wars fan didn't mention this name, but the one where I went no was Qui-Gon Jinn. That's the one that that got me the hardest.
Okay,
yeah,
it really did.
He had to die for Obi-Wan to like
move on. Yeah,
you know.
I understand that, but it came
But
out of
he's
nowhere.
not dead, Joe. He appears to him in
I
Obi-Wan
understand.
Kenobi.
Now, when it comes to The Walking Dead, I'll tell you the one that pissed me off the most, and that was Beth. Her death was the stupidest one I've ever seen on that show.
It was bad.
Beth was
that was the one they ruined.
Maggie's
they ruined
sister.
it with a tweet. They ruined it with a.
The blonde
I remember that.
blonde-haired girl
the
that got
spoiler.
shot in the
Fans were
hospital.
pissed.
Yeah,
fans were
Right.
pissed. They said there was a tweet that came out of Daryl holding her, and it was like the night before that episode came out. People were so mad. Dude.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's been so many things spoiled over the years. If you're really into something, you've really got to watch it.
Okay,
on social media. Because look, when Endgame came out, guys, there was a video circulating, and people were warning people, do not watch it. Somebody had actually leaked the hammer getting into Captain America's hands.
Oh yeah, I go on total social media.
But
you've got to go on
here's
Black.
the thing: we all knew he was gonna get the hammer at the end.
I dodged that crap.
No,
like
we
the
didn't.
Matrix.
No, we didn't, Jed. No, nobody. I mean, we knew it was a thing.
Now
but no one
listen,
actually
Jed.
knew it was
Knock doesn't read comic books. He did not know that was going to happen.
Okay.
I didn't know it was going to happen.
And I didn't want to read anything about it happening. I don't want anyone telling me, well, in the comics, so and so it happens. So during Walking Dead, John, I probably would have hated John during that time Or not Walking Dead, excuse me, Game of Thrones.
Because
I
comics are way better than the show is, though.
Well, that's the thing. I don't care. I don't read them, so I don't want to know anything from them. I don't want anything. I don't like any. I don't even like it when people go, "Oh, that's a great movie." I don't even want that. Like I hate. Okay, if it's a movie, I'm not going to watch, and I don't care.
My daughter is the same way. Knock. She wants to know nothing.
I want no pre. I don't watch.
She'll watch some trailers.
Yeah,
she'll watch some trailers. I mean, if you go to a movie, you're going to see trailers.
I don't watch reaction to trailer videos.
Right.
Stuff
like
that.
Nothing like that. No breakdown of Easter eggs. Nothing like that. Right.
After the movie, I'll do the Easter egg thing. Yeah, for sure.
But to finish up on The Walking Dead, the one that it upset me, but the one I thought it was a big waste. And you guys are probably going to laugh at this, but it's on Fear the Walking Dead. There's this guy I call him Gunslinger Gump is what I called him.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I still haven't watched that. I don't.
Yeah, and dude, when he went, I
saw that and I was like, "What a."
He is the best character. He is the best character they created outside the main show. His name's John Dory, and he was a cop like Rick, but he used to do like trick shooting at kids shows and stuff. And the guy was phenomenal with guns, man. It was freaking great. But he was the sweetest guy in the entire world. I mean, almost, you knew he wasn't naive because he was a cop, but he came across that way. You know what I mean? And it was just the coolest dude. He really was. Yeah. I called him Slinger Gump. That's what I called him. You know.
Was anybody upset about Abraham dying?
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I was more upset about.
I called it though. Right after, you know how we had that big pause between the seasons, right?
Yeah.
And when I heard Negan say, "Taking that like a champ," I said, "That's Abraham. He just busted Abraham right in the fucking head, son of a bitch." Because you know Abraham stand up to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I knew Glenn was going to get it, and it's like,
everybody that read the comic books knew that was coming.
Yeah. You know, I knew Abraham was going to get because of the comics. You know, he just
Abraham lives for a while in the comics because he eventually becomes Rick's right hand.
Yeah, I know.
And the whole freaking series ends with Carl telling his kids and grandkids about what happened back in that day. That's the end of the comic.
I know, but here's the thing.
Don't say what it is because Knock hasn't seen the last season.
Yeah, but I said I knew they were going to change it up because Abraham was too strong of a character.
The last season,
so they were going to fuck him. I knew.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Of the main show series.
Yeah.
No, I watched that.
Oh, did you? Okay, I'm sorry.
Because that's where they opened it up, and that's where they gave that big reveal that they're doing all the spin-offs. I haven't watched the newest show, The City of Dead.
It's done. We
also
finished that one this Sunday.
Of Rick and Michonne.
Right. I think the next one's going to be Daryl's show, but we just finished Dead City.
The one because we talked about it. We had that show. We had the Walking Dead show, and that's when we went through all the seasons, every single season, and went and reviewed it all. And I'll tell you what I said then too. The one episode that got me pissed off the most was the mayor's husband, the old guy, the architect.
Yes,
and then the kid.
The kid,
and I was like, they spent 20 minutes on these two, and it was a really cool scene where he's like showing him his pictures for his plans for the wall.
Wasn't that Noah, the kid that got killed in the turnstile when they went on a run? Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that Noah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and he's showing like a hope for the future kind of thing,
right?
Yeah.
And then they both died, and I was like, why the fuck did you waste my time doing character development for these two, and they're both dead?
I'm sorry. That reminded me of that Last of Us season with Bill and Frank.
Yeah, right.
The whole character development, and then just
the one that was 20 minutes too long and it completely skipped out on the. Yeah, we talked about that one too.
Yeah, we did. We reviewed that whole series.
Yeah, we missed because we missed the best part of the game where it was Bill and Ellie bickering back and forth and going at it in their own little way, and that was such a shame that they didn't.
I agree with E. Clay here, but also I knew people had to die.
Good one.
I was
hang on, let me read it for everybody. I was mad when Wash died in the Serenity movie, though the story will never continue. Probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
it went
that's a
wrong.
good. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I forgot about
No
that.
doubt.
I haven't
Here's
watched
the
it in
thing.
long.
When they did the movie, I knew they were going to kill a few off because was it who it was him and the main guy. They said some people have to die to make the movie meaningful, and I was like, oh shit! So who are they going to?
Right,
kill?
there has to be weight. I understand that.
They said there has to.
I'll
be
tell you what's neat about that
consequences.
movie, though. I had never even heard of Firefly. Never even heard of it
Firefly.
Oh
when
yeah,
I saw that
Okay.
movie.
No, I'd watched Firefly before.
Yeah, I had. But this is what I'm telling you. I love that movie, and I had never seen the show. And when I found out it was based on a show, Rhonda and I binge watched it, and
It was
you know,
only
wow,
one season
did
too.
Sci-Fi blow it with that show right there?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
it was
both
Fox.
They really
It was
did.
Fox.
Yeah, it was such a messed up thing they did with it too, because they messed it up in all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
I read an article about it some years back about that show and how they showed like when it was live, like when it was the shows were coming out, they did them out of order.
Yeah, it was
They
so
put
out
it
of
up
order.
against they put up against other shows that it had no business going against, and
They
set
bounced the
that
times.
show up.
Yeah.
They
And
they
then
set
I
that show up for failure. Like, it
and
was,
then I
wow.
remember when they reran it, they ran them in order because when I first watched them on TV, I was like, okay, things don't make sense now. Like, how did and then they actually said, hey, no, that's not till later on tonight, Arrow.
Yeah, that's later on tonight. She's asking Daddy Coffee Joe, did you take your hourly shot? This is when I talk to my friends about pop culture stuff up until the time I get my steak.
Yeah.
I have a steak being delivered in about 10
Yeah,
minutes.
and we have 20 minutes till your steak.
That's at 10 o'clock tonight. That's after dark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So we have
That's
20
when we
minutes
bust out
till
the
your
bottle.
steak. So.
But yeah, look, man, as far as side characters getting killed in stories, man, you know, The Walking Dead's the one that really, a bunch of it. But yeah, I'd have to say outside of The Walking Dead, Qui-Gon Jinn is the one for me. That I was just like, no, what? No,
Yeah,
you can't do that.
But here again, in my mind, I was like, okay, they had to kill him off so Obi-Wan could.
Right, yeah. I mean, there had to be weight to the story.
And
somebody's got to go. For there to be weight to any story, somebody's got to.
I will say this: how they did that right was, Obi-Wan is standing there, and all of a sudden you do the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hit us harder. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
So this is before the TV.
Phil Coulson in the Avengers. Yeah, a lot of people. There was a collective gasp in the audience when I saw that the first
came
time.
back.
Yeah.
The show's not
Oh God,
canon.
how many times, right?
The show's not canon though, so for all we know, he's still dead.
Get this. He's still gonna come back because they're trying to get him to come back because Disney is desperate now.
Hang on real quick. Ariel says also for everyone, have you guys seen the Amazon series?
No,
The Good
I haven't.
No, is that what the good and the bad guy or whatever, like the good side?
Yeah,
of the bad
it's based on a book.
Yeah.
It's based on a book by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. It's an angel and a devil become best friends, and they have to stop the apocalypse.
An angel and a demon, you mean?
Yeah, demon, devil.
You said devil. There's only one devil.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'm used to playing D&D where we got tons of devils.
Tons of devils everywhere. Yeah.
Devil's in the detail, John.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been called demon.
I don't remember much of Green Mile. I got to go back and watch that.
Green Mile was okay, but is it the black guy they're talking about? He had to die.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming. He was in jail. He was on row. Like
this is what made me want to post this. I didn't even look at the rest of the list. When I saw Wilson, I was like, I got to show this list. So
that's hilarious.
That was heartbreaking.
It was crushing. It was soul crushing to him. That's what crushed all of us watching it. Good Lord.
I was kind of giggling my ass off when
Ariel says The Good Omens is so good. I would recommend
Professor X and Logan, yeah.
Everybody thought I was fucked up when I was giggling about Wilson floating off, and I was like, dude, you're such a
fucked up person. He loved that, but I said fucking ball.
Losing his only friends. Yep.
I said it loud in the movie theater. It's a fucking ball.
Littlefoot's mother,
that is so
the land
true.
before time. Oh, if they're putting animated stuff in there, Bambi's mom's got to be in there, right?
I was just about to say Bambi's mom.
No,
That's
but
when I
that
was a kid.
no, but that was such a yes, I agree with that. That was such
His
a
mom
heartfelt.
is, yeah.
I remember I liked it. I really actually do like the Hunger Games. Something about it.
I do too.
It's one of those things where it's like a society that just like is all about itself, and it's not really post-apocalyptic. It's post-war, but it's just a different take of a society that just runs with an idea, and this is their entertainment. Is kids killing each other. It's kind of wicked, and then they all dress up like pansies, and it's just
you know me. I'm not going to poo-poo on what you like. I didn't watch anything after the first one.
I read the books. I read the books.
I had to sit through all
Maze
the
Runner.
movies.
Let's see.
I did.
Okay.
How to Train. I did recently watch those. Yeah, I did recently. They're actually really good. They're actually really good movies.
Yeah.
How to Train a Dragon or How to Train Your Dragon. They're actually really good.
Oh.
Mufasa from The Lion King.
Well, I guess so.
Bro,
that
he had
hit
to
a lot
die.
of kids. That hit a lot of kids when we were.
Yeah,
He
it did.
had to die. Like,
Doesn't
So-
matter.
so
Jed
Simba
doesn't
can-
mean to have to die. It's just for the story to progress. It's still sad.
yeah.
Now I didn't watch
Yeah.
this, so I don't
Bing
know
Bong.
who Bing Bong is.
Yeah.
So.
Dude, I don't
That
even
was
know what
sad.
that movie. I heard
What
about
is
it, but I never
that?
watched it.
Bing
I
Bong.
don't even know. I
Inside
don't-
Out is
Yeah.
an animated. I think it's Pixar. I'm not sure.
But that's the thing is the reason why that hurts. That's the
Okay.
death of her imagination.
oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's no
okay.
good. That's no good. I can't
They're
pronounce
put-
that name.
They're putting anime up in here now. Damn.
Hayajuro.
Hayajuro
Rengoku?
Rangoku.
Yeah, Rengoku.
I
Demon
haven't
Slayer,
watched it, so
Mugen Train. I've heard about Demon Slayer. I heard it's a good show.
Yeah,
Demon
I've
Slayer's
heard about
fucking
that.
I keep
I just can't get
needing
into
to watch it,
the
and I just
animation.
never
There's
do.
so much. Usually,
Dude, I
I
just
shows,
watched-
there's so many episodes. It's daunting to get
Dude,
into.
I just watched the end of Food Wars, and oh my god.
Oh
what
God.
the fuck?
Okay. I read the
Don't
book.
be-
Now this is the one for John. I can say I read the books before the movies. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Dobby dying in the books was definitely like heartbreaking.
That's another one.
Definitely.
Watched the first one. Haven't watched. That's my daughter's Star Wars right there.
Don't
Yeah,
be
That-
well,
one
yeah,
that's
and I grew up with Harry Potter. I read the
Mhm.
first 4
Yeah.
books when I was in middle school, and then stuck
Yeah.
with it until it ended. I watched.
Ariel agrees. Oh, Bing Bong was sad, and make sure that Joy was able to get out of the memory loss area. He gave up his life. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
It
Pretty
was-
sad.
Yeah,
Dobby
because
wants his
that was
sock.
that was the girl's imaginary friend growing up.
Did he die in the second one? I don't remember that.
Merlin
remember
did
that
die.
either.
Yeah, he did.
I haven't
I
watched
can
any of
watch
the
I've only seen the second one once, man.
I
Dude,
haven't seen
I
any of them.
watched all of them, and that third one was kind of like,
That
Is that
third
weird?
one was great, man. I have to disagree
I
with
still
you. I
haven't
enjoyed
watched
the hell out of it.
The King's Man.
I
That's
highly
just-
recommend it.
I haven't either.
The King's Man is good.
Oh, Yondu. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
rough,
that's a
wasn't
good
it,
one.
guys?
Yep.
Oh,
That
man.
was kinda,
I would
I
beg to
may not-
differ. I actually think that it kind of sucked, but I think it was a good goodbye to his character. Like I didn't feel
Yeah.
too bad
I mean,
about it.
I have liked that other dude, the other guy taking his fin or whatever you call it, and
Right.
training
Yeah.
with it.
That's
and
James
all
Gunn's
that.
brother, by the way.
Yeah.
and
Gun,
until they bring Yondu back from the fucking endless multiverse, so.
I
Yeah.
may
The
not be
ending
your
scene
father,
of
Although I
boy,
will,
but I'm your daddy.
I will say on this one, I'd have to include Scarlett Johansson on that list too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something else. It was.
Yeah.
I
Ariel
didn't
says
give it
the
to
ending
Tucker.
scene in Schindler's List when he is saying goodbye to the Jews. Yeah, and he's breaking down saying I could have done more. I'm like, man, you did enough. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
that was some fucking bullshit because Clark could have fucking saved him.
Oh man.
Bullshit.
Oh man.
Don't get
Yeah.
me started.
This
on that
doesn't need to
fucking
be on this
bullshit.
list. It really doesn't, man.
Oh.
It really doesn't.
Okay,
Yeah. No. None of us will buy into that one.
this is an interesting one. I
Hey-
didn't really think of him.
Hey, Tim.
KSSO.
Well, everybody
Robot.
died in Rogue
Oh yeah, the
One, so-
robot. Yes. Okay.
Dude, Rogue One was a huge
Alan
fucking
Tudyk's
That's true.
character.
Pretty much everyone died in it. So I guess
Everybody got snuffed
Saul
and killed.
died. You know, it's like
It's the Star Wars snuff film.
It is. It literally is the Star Wars snuff film.
You could have just said like Star Wars cast in Rogue One.
Right, the entire cast of Rogue One.
No, that was the only one.
That's all of it? Really? You mean Bambi's mother isn't in there?
I can look up another one for you.
I have
that
to
was
question that
minimum
list.
effort.
Here we
from
go.
that website.
Yeah, but don't play the video. Nah,
No,
they don't have.
is it a video? Okay.
Yeah, it's a video. Yep.
Let's see.
While you're searching, let me know if you find one. I'm going to put it back here.
Go to IGN. They put up bullshit lists like that.
Oh my god!
Oh, I have a new one. I got Kano in the new Mortal Kombat. Well, the latest Mortal Kombat film.
Okay.
You know,
I haven't seen it yet. Is that one any good?
It's not.
Don't get me started.
He
Joe. You
is
know I love
kinda-
Mortal Kombat.
All right, one at a time, guys. One at a time. One at a time.
It's
Go ahead.
kind of
Anna.
it's like if you love Mortal Kombat and you've watched the two first films, the 3 films, you will enjoy it because it's better produced and it has better actors and better action, but it's still kind of weird in terms of it's not like the big budget thing that you're expecting, but still they do certain things which are like, whoa, you just killed that person off, like what?
Well, and they
I can't be surprised
focus
about
on
a movie of
character.
people dying with Mortal Kombat.
They focus
Yeah,
on
they
a
ran out
character
of
they
money.
just made
That's
up
the
for
reason
the,
why they stopped. So
Say
focus on
what?
a character-
They
Okay,
ran out
hold
of
it,
money.
hold it. John, go.
They focus on the thing is they focus on a character that they just made up for the movie, rather than using
The
somebody
classic
from
characters
the-
we're all
yeah.
used to. Okay.
Yeah. That
Okay,
first
next.
movie
Hang
was
on. I'm going
genius.
to direct traffic here. Jed, you're my resident Mortal Kombat nut. Tell me what you thought of it.
Dude, fuck that movie. I'm saying it right
I'm
now.
kind of in currents.
Fuck that movie.
I'll never watch that movie again.
Yeah, fuck that movie
the
because they
90s ones will-
disrespected my
89,
boy
whatever
Johnny
it is.
Cage and everything out, and they disrespected fucking all the other classic characters. Fuck that movie and fuck this next one that's coming up because they're gonna disrespect him, and they disrespected my boy in that Mortal Kombat trailer that just came out too. Fuck them. That
Okay.
first movie
And
that
Knock, you
came out-
agree? Knock, you
first
agree?
movie-
I'm going to prefer the other two that came out before.
Yeah, I love that first movie because it was Mortal Kombat to the
It was
T.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, yeah.
It had a
was Mortal
high energy
Kombat.
soundtrack, which the game did. You
Yeah.
know, and
It
you had
was
great
the
fight scenes.
game. It was the game live on a movie. This bullshit that came out no. They disrespected everybody and they ran out a movie. That's the reason why it looks so congenitulated.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
disagree. I disagree.
It's
There you
okay.
go.
I think
Go ahead.
the sequence with Jax fighting Sub-Zero was awesome. The way that he lost his arms, the whole like Sub-Zero sequence, like the Sub-Zero was awesome in that. Not like in the first films, it was just so basic bullshit, whatever. Here you actually have like the snow coming down, and then Jax is fighting him, and he just like. I'm not going to spoil it because you haven't seen it, Joe. But like that was
fine. I'm not the spoiler guy. It's the guy above you that you have to worry about.
The actors were actually like they know how to fight. They have like the main guy is an MMA fighter, even though his character is shit. But all the other actors know how to fight. They're actual fighters.
Yeah.
So like that was cool.
And movie were actual
and like when Sonya was kicking Kano's ass, like that was awesome.
Now
and he was like smashing her head and like.
Here's my next question for you. Are you a big fan of the video game?
Me? Yes.
Okay.
Of course. That was one of the first video games I played on like Sega.
I'm just curious. I thought maybe that might be a perspective where you and Jed differ, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, like I said, we don't poo-poo people for what they like. You know, if you dug it, let's kick ass.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Ariel Ballet says I didn't like this one because it made him feel like Costner can't. Oh, she's talking about
Kevin
Kevin Costner was trying to be above everyone else. Yeah, it was stupid. It was
stupid.
the stupidest thing in that movie. And I actually like Man of Steel, but that is the dumbest moment in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
The shooting of Old Yeller. How was that not in there? Yeah, how was that not in there? That's horrible.
Dude,
and then we got Fletcher Williams. Fletcher Williams coming in saying, "Fight!" Yeah. It's good to see you, Fletch.
Just real quick before we head out, I got another question for you guys. If you have one right away, and I actually have a thought on this one. Biggest twists in a movie that didn't get spoiled, and the one I'm thinking of is Fight Club, where it turns out he's in his own head, where Brad Pitt's character doesn't even exist.
Halfway through the movie, Knock, I figured it out. No, I was
sure you did, Jed. Sure you did.
I did. There was clues throughout the whole fucking
I didn't
movie
figure it out. Let me tell you something, guys. I didn't figure it out because I thought he was such a shitty person. I turned it off before I found out. I didn't like the movie. So
before I saw the film, I read Chuck Palahniuk's book. So
there you go.
It
was up.
Just like in Sixth Sense, there was clues that he was dead the whole fucking movie.
I knew 15 minutes into 5 minutes into that movie, he was dead.
I don't even remember watching that movie.
Yeah,
so
it was,
what was that? No. What was that one with Joaquin Phoenix where they were like in a village?
The Village. That's the name of it.
Village.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
I called that one as soon as they started.
I did too. I knew they were living in our
one.
time. I knew they were.
Because we know that the filmmaker likes to put things like that in his movies. There's always some huge.
Here's how dumb I am, okay? This isn't the one I would say the biggest twist I ever saw, but I was actually sidelined by Mr. Glass being the bad guy in Unbreakable. I was completely floored by that. I mean, and he tells you he's an odd-shaped head and all this other shit, and he tells you the whole fucking movie he's the bad guy, right? And
he tells you at the start he's the bad guy.
Right.
Literally.
I wasn't I was floored, but I felt dumb afterwards because whenever it was revealed, I was like, well, son of a bitch. I should have seen this. But the one, the best, we were talking about this movie earlier. When you find out that Denzel's blind in Book of Eli, that is fucking amazing. It just made you look at that whole movie a totally different way. I remember the first time I watched it with my wife, I had watched it before she did. And I said, you've got to see this movie. We watched it. And when she just had that, the stunned look whenever they zoomed in on his eyes, I said, that's right. He was walking with blind faith the entire fucking time.
Yeah. That was brilliant.
That's a great twist for me.
Look at what awesome. Fletcher just said.
Well, biggest twist Last Jedi got made.
Well,
yeah.
I'm going out there before the Star Wars guy gets out there, and that's watching Empire Strikes Back and No, I Am Your Father.
Yeah, that was a huge one.
Well, that one I can't really put that one on the list mainly because I wasn't around for that one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard.
Me,
it didn't have as big an impact on me because I don't remember the first time I watched Star Wars. So it's like, and I watched them back to back. We had all the VHSs, so I watched all three of them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as big as I didn't have that weight in between the first Star Wars and the fourth and the fifth. So didn't have as big as impact.
What I think is amazing, and what I think is the reason why so many people your age, Knock, and younger are into Star Wars and so vehement about it is because of the power of the original trilogy. Because I think one of those moments is when Darth turned on the Emperor. I mean, nobody saw that coming, man. Nobody did.
Nope.
And that trilogy telling that story. That's why everybody loves the everything and keeps paying attention to it and keeps feeding the monster because we want to see moments like that again.
There's a lot of twists out there. There's Kaiser Soze in Usual Suspects.
Oh Jesus! One of my favorite movies ever, The Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Hang on a second. Knock, have you ever seen that movie?
I have not. No.
Okay.
Don't
say it, guys. But yes, you need to watch that movie if you've never watched The Usual Suspects. Put it on your list, bro. You have to do it. It is
okay. If you're going into that territory, I'm going to go with 7.
Yeah, 7.
Now 7 was good. Yeah.
Wait, Knock, have you seen that?
I
Malcolm.
don't remember if I've seen that one. I mean, it's
Brad
on my
Pitt?
radar. So.
Morgan
What's in the
Freeman.
box?
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I think I've seen it. I don't remember
What's
it.
in the box?
Yeah, that's one of my
Yeah.
lines.
That was a great one. Yep.
Hey, I need to get that and use that for the MF. Or what's in the box?
So hang on
What's in
now.
the box?
Hang on now. So I gotta hear this before we go though. Jed, come on, you gotta have one. I refuse to believe there's not one movie or TV show out there where you were like, holy shit, I can't believe I did not see that coming.
Yeah, Jed.
I
Come on,
figure
Jed.
shit
Come
out.
on.
Come on, Jed.
Literally, I figure
There's
shit
got to
out.
be something
I'm
out
gonna
there.
bully you, Jed.
I'm not going to believe anything else you ever say if you said there's nothing out there that surprised you. Because you have a horrible life if nothing surprises you.
On your mark, get set, go. What was it?
I said the end of Food Wars that I just watched surprised me.
Okay.
Because I was pissed.
There you go.
You said Food Wars?
Yeah, I was.
It's an anime. It's a popular anime.
It's anime,
okay.
and I was
Believe it or
so
not, yeah.
pissed that they didn't. I was so the end of Food Wars. It was just like plots weren't like settled. They left so much shit on, and I was like, come on. And I don't want to spoil it for people, but yeah, I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What about
I will say
Saw?
that. So, yeah,
Did
Saw.
you know that
The body in the room,
body in the middle of the
right?
room was actually the guy?
Yeah,
That's
You
a
did.
classic.
You
That's
did know that. Oh my god. Okay.
Jed, I think you need to
I-
get a new
I don't know why you
career
watch
as
movies.
being a detective. You would solve a lot of cases.
I
Yeah.
see shit all the time, and I'm like, hey, you better watch out for that one over there or something. Right
See,
there.
I would hate to watch movies with you. I will never want to watch. a
No,
movie.
I won't
Ever.
say that in movies.
Oh, I
I'm
don't believe you for a
I'm
second.
quiet.
I don't
quiet
believe you
during
for a
movies.
second. Like I could just see you out of the corner of my eye going, like shaking your head or nodding and going, all right, watch out. I absolutely don't want to do Science 3000 with you. Ever.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
man.
So when Yoda came out at the end, in the middle movie, when Yoda came out, the
Yoda
lightsaber,
came out. Okay,
I was like,
Yoda came
that
out.
should have been fucking Jar Jar. Like when fucking I yelled at, and you heard people in the back go, "Preach it, brother!" Like,
All right, boys and girls. Now that we've had our education on, yes, go ahead.
Most disgusting twist.
Oh boy.
Oh
ahead.
boy.
Disgusting twist.
Seven. I
Go-
think seven
boy.
would be one of them.
What?
Seven.
Old
Oh
boy?
boy.
I have
Seven.
not seen that movie.
I
I
don't know what
don't
that is.
have
Yeah,
any interest in
that's
seeing that
pretty
movie. My
fucked up,
daughter
John.
praises it up and down. The original. She tells me not to watch
Oh,
the
yeah.
American version. Watch the
No, the
original.
American version's crap.
Yeah, no,
but
don't
yeah.
watch any of the American version bullshit. You know?
Yeah. But it sounds just sick. So yeah.
It is. It's twisted.
Oh, hey, how about Squid Game? Because Squid Game had a lot
Yeah.
of twists.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
a
Did.
messed up one.
That's a
Ooh,
good-
and
good
That's
show.
another one I didn't watch, man.
Dude, I
Very
watched it. It
good.
was such a phenomenon that I had to do it just for pulp culture. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to talk pulp culture, Joe, like, what did it come out? Like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have had, if this show was going on a year and a half ago,
I would have had to watch it.
we,
Yes,
you
I
would
would
have
have.
had to, we
Yeah.
would have
Yes.
had to, we would have
Yeah.
made you watch it.
So
because
the
it
second
was so
season
huge.
is coming out soon, they said.
It's too
soon.
far away. It's going to be
And
forever.
I'm like, please bring it out.
But I've heard
the way-
several times, and
Yeah.
we're running over a little bit, but that's okay. She's not back yet, so.
Yeah.
But I've heard this is a show that doesn't need a sequel. That's
They
No,
left it open.
Not really, no.
it
But
doesn't,
people,
no.
it's, but you know, what else? What other games can they come out with?
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Would be the
And I'm not going to spoil it, but there was something that happened at the end of the first season that set it up for the second season.
Yeah, it did.
So-
but
Kind of,
you know,
yeah. But
they-
also, like, to give like kudos to people like Christopher Nolan, like, because a lot of his films like leave like an opening for like maybe future sequels, and he's never gone because he just like tells the story. And I think a lot of people in Hollywood, which he does not want to work with, have asked him, like Netflix have approached him and said, do you want to do a show like based on like Inception, or do you want to do, and he's like, no, like this is like a thing compartment of my, and I this is it. I don't want to continue with it. I'm going to come up with something else. Well,
You mean
okay, you come
Oppenheimer
up with
is an
something
open
else,
ending?
like Oppenheimer, like do a show about it. No, I'm not interested.
There's not going to be an Oppenheimer 2? Like,
It's a biopic, knock you goof. E. Clay
yeah.
Thomas says, "Yeah, I don't see how they're going to get a second season after the way the first
Yeah,
one
and
ended."
I think it's super easy. No matter what the ending was, you can always find sadistic fucks that create a game.
But my thing was,
With
I
creative games.
said this. I was like, how are they going to do a second season after what just happened? And I was like, okay.
I'm just saying, you can always find someone that that's going to create these kind of games.
You just gotta hope. You gotta hope that their reasoning for doing a second season is legit. In other words, they come up with something good, not something lame. Because that's the foundation. Whatever the reason is that they make the second season, and I haven't even seen it. But for instance, okay, Rise of Skywalker will always be the worst Star Wars movie I've ever seen. Okay, it always will be. Why? Because they had a lame ass reason for even making it. They brought fucking Palpatine back like a bunch of fucking morons when he got whacked not once but twice in Return of the Jedi. Okay, he got thrown down a fucking energy well and he got blown up. Okay, the guy's dead and they bring him back. You know, that was stupid. That was the foundation of it, and that's why that movie sucks.
But
all right?
clones, Joe.
No,
well, Joe, just
yeah.
a warning though.
Secrets only the Sith knew, right? No, we fought an entire fucking war with clones.
I love Joe.
I tell you what, Joe, I definitely highly recommend Squid Games, but just remember
yeah,
that.
Yeah, and if they do a second
Barbie,
season of it, I will.
It's not a kid show.
Yeah, I know it's not.
Totally an adult show.
Yes. Going into video games, real quick. The end of Mass Effect 3.
Okay.
Well, there's 3 endings to Mass Effect 3, John.
So yeah, like I agree with you, John. Like to me, it was really disappointing because I played, I think, Mass Effect 3 like 6 different times, choosing different endings.
Yeah.
And I feel I still love the franchise, so I can't be pissed off at the ending. I don't know why. Like, I know you probably are or other people are. I just can't. I love the whole experience of the 1 to 2 to 3, so like the whole thing. And it brings it to an end.
I've never played it. I just
that
bought the
should
first
be
one.
after we're done with KOTOR. That should be the next game you play.
Yeah, I
Mass
hear
Effect is amazing.
I hear Mass Effect is like a Star Wars version of Fable. That's
and you would love it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
I'm
guys.
so happy
I would love to talk about this stuff all night long, but I got food coming.
Okay,
so
let's
go around the horn and see what everybody's doing this week. Starting with my man Das Wolfen. What you got going on this week, Kaiju Monster?
Actually, this week, I mean, I'm doing. I'm on Pop Culture Minefield, of course.
Mm-hmm.
There's no That 70s Rocks fan this Monday.
Nope.
This Tuesday I'm stripping, and it's going to be Das Wolfen's.
That's what he said.
Stripping?
I thought. I'm sorry. I heard stripping, and I got really excited. And
he's going to be Das stripping this week.
I'm doing Das Wolfen's Random Stream of Randomness number 9.
I'm still hearing
it. And and then I'll be back here.
He's forgetting something, but I'm going to remind him.
He is forgetting something.
Oh, right. Yeah, we've got that. Yeah, that special thing that I left just for Joe to tell us about.
There we go. Okay, thanks for coming, John. I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks a lot.
Are you ready for some?
Nah, hold that thought. Anna, tell us what's up, girl. What are you up to?
So tomorrow I will be watching the 2nd volume of Witcher Season 3, unfortunately.
I'm sorry.
Dead Hollywood Scholar, Mustang, Legion, like a couple of other people.
Biggles.
No, Biggles is not going to be watching.
Oh, he tapped out.
Yeah, but it's going to be like a watch along for 5 or 3 hours. I don't know, but that's what's it's gonna come out. So go into Hollywood Scholars stream and check it out.
Hollywood Scholars hosting. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
and Jed is
All
a
right.
good dude. He's my brother, so
Well, Anna, I want to thank you for being here. I hope we didn't scare you off of coming back on. So it's good to see you, darling.
She's been on other streams with me, so she knows the chaos.
Okay, all right. Jed, tell us what's going on with you, Big Daddy.
We will Thursday if we can get people together and stuff because
I am available
I know. I'm just gonna go see if retro is available and other people want to come over. And Anna, you're always welcome to come over on the Thursday stream.
Yes, please rescue me from watching The Witcher, please.
Okay, you can come over then.
Thank you.
It will be you, me, and Joe if retro can't be there.
I need an out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you say you have an out. You're gonna be in Jed's stream.
Okay.
Like random.
Thank you.
It's basically a random stream like we do on Thursday because for people that can't come on to the MF. So yeah, so yeah, and I'll fucking have to get it up then. So and then on Friday is the MF.
It's this right here. It's Screwballs.
That's Screwball Society. Yeah, we thought that'd be funny because I came up with the name when me and Matt were doing stuff on Foulball Production. I was like, hey, what if I made up a fucking show that was Screwball to go with Foulball? And he's like, that's fucking hilarious. And
that's
then,
great.
And then later on, like, so then later on we have, the MF or Bootleg Roadhouse, and we match, but it's like a franchise or some shit from over there.
Hey man, you guys do a good job on the show. I was shocked this weekend. You guys were diving into some serious subjects. You really were. It was a different show this weekend. It really was.
I got told, Jesus, the last 2 weeks you guys have been serious. What the fuck?
Yeah, but it was good. It was fantastic.
Oh my God! One more thing. I'm sorry, I forgot to plug something. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. What you got, bro? What you got?
Please go onto my channel, Anna's Game Rant, and watch a whole bunch of ladies talk about action heroes like Arnie.
Aha!
What makes action?
I was wondering why he was behind you there. Okay.
Yeah, what makes action heroes today different from action heroes back then? I've got a lovely panel with beautiful women there.
So
there you go. I'm down for that. I'll definitely check that out. No doubt.
Here's that.
Jed, you got anything else, brother?
Yeah, I wanted to show people the channel.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so you see the current show that is around the live thing, and then we have all this. And please go subscribe. And over here, let me find this. Over here on Rumble, because some Friday nights YouTube hates our ass because we actually say truths and shit over there. So if you can go over to Rumble, my Rumble account is right here. If you guys can go over and subscribe to which one?
We all need you to go follow us. It's a follow over there. You want to follow us on?
There's some weeks that YouTube just kicks us off, and we're down for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Right?
Because they don't like what they hear. So we continue.
Well, this is the deal. I got to tell you, Jed. Listen. A lot of these shows now are starting on YouTube, and then they'll switch over to Rumble, so they won't have to police themselves. That's
I was thinking about that. I was honestly thinking about
try it out, man. See how it goes.
An hour on YouTube, and then we go over to Rumble, and we can say whatever the fuck we want to an extent. I want to say that. I want to go to an extent. You can say shit over on Rumble to an extent. I don't want people thinking, oh, we can have porn. No, it's to an extent. There are rules still. So, yeah.
All right, man. Well,
I just subbed, so.
There you go. Get them subs and get them follows on Rumble. I appreciate you guys. Knock, you want to tell them what we got coming on Sunday, man?
Sure. I was going to leave it to you, but yeah, we got.
I want you to plug something.
Yeah.
The thing you got to know about my man Knock, guys, he is my friend in the real world, and he's not a YouTuber, really. Yeah. He just loves being part of the conversation, and he loves hanging out with me. So, we've been friends for a long time.
Can I be your friend too?
Yes, of course you can be my friend.
I can tell you that Anna, it was a complete pleasure to have you here. I'm glad you came in.
Yep.
Hope you come into future shows. You gave a much different perspective than we usually get. I appreciate you breaking up the sausage.
We would like more female representation on the show.
I hope that you didn't take anything I said as mean or all my jokes. You didn't take them personally or grilling or anything like that. It was an absolute pleasure to have you here. So I do hope that you come. Oh, I absolutely.
Okay, yes.
Amazing.
hitting the button there.
Ariel said it best. I do like to hear my own voice. It is fantastic. But I heard other people like it too. So
I do the same thing. So.
Hey, Culture complimented him on his voice when he was on the show.
Yeah, he did. I was very happy about that.
Got a very nice voice.
I'm so jealous of his beard, but it's just I can't grow one like that. But no. So on Sunday we're doing the football. Football's back. We're not quite started with the every week thing, but we are going to do our first show on that on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we'll get into a lot of football talk, and then I'm usually here on Wednesday nights for whatever we're talking about. I don't always have a view because some of the shows I don't get to, I work all week, so I don't always get to watch everything I want to watch during the week to catch up for the show.
Yeah, he's got to finish secret.
Yeah, so there's some stuff I tend to be behind on, so I try not. I was hesitant to come on tonight, because I don't want to hold you guys back from talking.
Never be hesitant. Never be hesitant.
I'm never hesitant with Joe. Joe already knows that.
There are look, you guys are regulars. I will always tailor this for you because I enjoy having you around. The show isn't the same without you. I wish Matt was here tonight. He was busy. Yeah, Matt would have had a ball talking to Anil.
I had so many clips in there tonight that I was missing Matt because Matt catches every single one.
He catches them all and plays off
He's
of
the ultimate quipper.
Yes.
And that's the one thing I love about that guy is that he catches all of mine. And
if you don't know who I'm talking about, Anna, it's Small Time Republic. You've seen him around on some of the shows. Yeah. He's a good fella.
And he'll be there on Sunday as well, I think.
Yes, he will. Let me catch up with the chat real quick before.
Joe, I wanted to say one thing real fast.
Go, man.
Over on Rumble. You can subscribe to our channel, and I want to do once I get to enough once we get enough what do they call them over there?
Followers.
Well, no. So I can get subs over there, like subscriptions. Right. You can pay to be in there, and once we get to that, I want to do a subscriber stream, so where you guys can come on and just bullshit with me and everything else. So I go over there, subscribe to whatever. So, go get the subs. Go subs over there because they do things over there, so I get confused. But you can actually, I
really think you need to try either not Screwball because it's during the day, but definitely try the MFer that way, man. Because especially with guys like Wolverine on there, he could really let go.
Oh all the guys we have on there, And
they're knowledgeable, man. They know.
Part of the group guys.
All right, guys. Thanks all of you for being here. Let me catch up on this chat, and then we will get out of here. Ariel says, Anna, apparently they don't like women. They are always forcing me to make them sandwiches and clean their house, sniff, sniff. And I'm such an innocent. No, Ariel, you're anything but.
I'm pretty sure she offered. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure she did.
Yeah, she's offered.
Just don't go look back on any of Joe's or the MFers last streams. Let's see. Okay, and that's my girl. Let's see. E-Clay says, take care, everyone. Yeah, everybody's saying bye now. So let's see. I got to finish Ariel though. But you guys have to have what? A fursona. Yeah. Okay. Oh, God, I'm right.
No,
the furry stuff had to get in here at some point. Jed is really pushing the furry stuff. And here's Wookie. Why doesn't
YouTube doesn't like boobs?
Yeah.
YouTube
Why doesn't
boobs?
I know, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, guys, let me let you know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you're watching State of the Atmosphere, the show where I talk about pop culture stuff with my friends. And we do it every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. All these times are going to be Central, guys. And then, of course, later on tonight, this is when we have the cocktails that Ariel was alluding to earlier.
Yeah.
Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central Time, we're doing a playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic. I've never played it before. My friends have always wanted me to play it, and now I'm playing it while I'm drinking, so I'm screwing it up.
When you want to see some shit, you come to this. The shit gets.
We have a good time. Guys like Wookie and Jed
shit on the walls, shit on the ceiling, shit on the windows.
Anyway, come see the mayhem at 10 p.m. Central Time, and then of course tomorrow the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Me and my brother showing you today's headlines for this week. And I guarantee you he's going to be all over this Hunter Biden thing. Because that's his favorite person right now. Anyway, we do it every every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then you can watch me develop my comic book. We're getting into the detail work on issue 1 right now. We started working on the cover, and we're going to continue that work every Saturday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Central Time for about an hour before I go to work. And everybody that's on here now is always invited to that too. Come and talk to me while I'm drawing. You'll have a good time. We have a blast doing it at 1:30 p.m. Central Time every Saturday. And then, of course, the special show we got, the Hall of Fame preview. The NFL is coming back. We're going to keep it at Sunday at 10 p.m. Central Time, 2 hours before kickoff on regular Sunday NFL schedule. We're going to keep all our shows right in that time slot so you can find it easily. This is the preview for the Hall of Fame. You see all the current class of Hall of Famers that are going in this time there. I can't believe the guy in the middle wasn't in freaking decades ago, but they finally put him in. The father of the current
they were running
modern passing game, Don Coryell. And so anyway, tune in for that. We're going to fill you in on all the offseason news. I'm going to do a expose on the Hall of Famers themselves, and we're also going to look at the upcoming season. Will Aaron Rodgers save the Jets? I don't think he will, but we'll talk about it. Anyway, that's at 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday morning. Then Monday mornings, I'm on with Gary on Pop Culture Minefield for Military Mondays, his morning coffee show at 10 a.m. Central. I'm not sure I think he's doing Lone Survivor this time, right?
Yeah, Lone Survivor.
Yeah. Lone Survivor this Monday, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm a vet, so is he, and we get together and we let you know if the movie's bullshit in the military way and that kind of thing. And that's brought to you by Pop Culture Minefield and KGRA Radio every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then, of course, we're back around to Papa Joe Gamer After Dark on Tuesdays. We do it on back-to-back nights, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Tuesday, I play whatever the hell I want. Last night, on my birthday, we went for 3.5 hours. We had a lot of fun last night. It wasn't just all video games, though. We got to talking about a bunch of shit. But I was kind of hammered, so I got up kind of late today.
I think when I left, he wasn't that hammered, so he probably got more hammered after I left.
Well, me and John went for a little longer. We're talking about some things. But anyway, look, guys, I want to thank you guys for being here, each and every one of you. I want you to go subscribe to all these people's channels. They do really good content. You'll love it. Make sure you check them all out on here and on Rumble. If they're on there, go give them a follow over there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need more
because
people
we have to. Look, the election's coming up, guys. I know YouTubers know this, but guys like Knock that don't do this may not know it. But YouTube's going to start getting weird.
Oh,
We got to have another place to be able to broadcast. I mean, you could be talking about something fun and they nuke you for something.
I know we'll probably have to move the MFer over to after election.
That's why I'm telling you, set the ground rules. Tell the guys, hey, look, let's be tame the first hour, then we'll move it and stay up as long as we want, talking all the shit we want. Do that. I'm telling you, people will follow you, man. A lot of guys are doing that with their shows now. But anyway, I want to thank all of you guys. Subscribe to everybody on this channel, on this panel. Thank you for being here, guys. And until we see you again, I want you to keep on keeping on. God bless.
da 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 da.